and maybe trying to IGL.
Yo, let's go.
But the man I
Watch
gotta highlight
party.
is Space.
The Rainbow
This
Six
dude
Mobile
is like
creator
top 10 in
Showdown.
the
Thanks so
game.
much,
He's like
Rainbow
the
Six Mobile, for
highest ranking
sponsoring
cut
this
in
stream.
the
Okay,
league.
let's
I
go.
think this is the best player in this tournament in Taro. Talk to me a little bit more about the rest of the roster, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're familiar with any type of competitive first-person shooters, you probably know the name Choco Taco. I mean, for goodness sakes, I've been watching this guy on Twitch for about a decade at this point. He is talented at just about anything he does. It doesn't matter what shooting game it is. I imagine that extends to whatever platform it is, but ultimately the secret weapon is going to be Space. If you are the best rated player in this entire event, your team is probably going to do well, unless he has to carry a bunch of people who've never really played with phones before, but I don't think that's the case here.
Yo, welcome everyone. Let's go.
That's the case, but let's move into the final roster of the day. This is Night Haven. Good vibes for sure, but also some Slayers. It's literally in the name. Parker the Slayer, great vibes, and a Slayer in his own right. Watch out for this man, helping out the team with keeping the vibes up and also competing at a pretty high level. Vague, also a difference maker for this roster. Actually a former pro in some other mobile games and has been loving Rainbow Six Mobile recently from what I can tell from the streams. And then also joined by the likes of I'm Ow and Taro.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit odd actually casting my own name. I don't think I've ever talked about somebody whose name is Parker. That's my birth name as well. Now, granted, I don't think that's a real photo of
cool,
them.
bro.
It looks a little Pixarified, but I mean, if you've got former pros on this team and you've got
Boa, salve Josephan. I'm a big fan. Yo, Sukuna. Yo, what's up, Ryan? Salve Macario. Hello. Let's go. You got this? Yeah, let's watch this, bro. Boa tarde, Bernardino. Is he good at Rainbow Six? Kind of. Let's go. You can download in the first link in the description, okay? Let's go. Salve, Luca. It's duplicated. What the freak? Let's go. Cadê o som? Ah, tá sem som? Let's go. Só do game? Tá sem som do jogo, velho. Não acredito, mano.
That the games will actually get harder as we get deeper into the show. And since we're kind of setting the tone here in Tarot, I think it is probably worth mentioning too, kind of how the defense works and the attack. I know you briefly talked about it there, of making sure you're planting the diffuser, etc. But on the defensive side, kind of what's the game plan? What's kind of the number one thing you need to pay attention to?
Well, I mean, utility is going to be the name of the game here, and for the most part, it'll be information. Now, it really does come down to the operators that are available, because you don't have the full operator lineup in Rainbow Six Mobile that you do in the traditional core Rainbow Six Siege games, so only certain operators are being brought, and they all do have a different look. If you look in the top left corner of your screen, you're going to see that there is a Valkyrie present. Valkyrie, of course, brings those cameras that can be thrown about the map and will give you information. The attackers have drones to gain info. For the defenders, you're going to look for any type of camera, and intel is ultimately what's going to win you the game. Right now, it looks like from this Nighthaven team that they're just roaming around the map, trying to get kills before the attackers can get in. That is a viable strategy, especially in a more casual game mode. Again, if we suspect that the game is going to get harder the longer it goes on, I don't think they're going to be playing as willy-nilly as they are, because you can be punished pretty effectively by attackers here, just as you saw right there on your screen.
I'm not playing. I'm just watching.
Already, even in the explanation. That was
outside the building, Coach. Like, look at this. Like, Parker the Slayer is just outside of the building. Defenders are supposed to be indoors, not outdoors. They're like house cats, okay? Keep them inside.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And again, folks, 3 hours on the clock.
And we'll
kind of do some listen-ins as we get into it. But to continue to explain a bit, I think there's probably a lot of mobile fans out there that are... By the way, I can't get behind the... I'm sure some of you could probably hear this behind my voice. Parker is already excited about him being the kill leader on his team. We just got started. I mean, this is the type of energy we needed.
Actually winning in the Rainbow Six Creator Tournament right now.
Yeah.
The guy actually had the highest KD.
Hey, they're second floor.
10 seconds left.
I can't get over the filter, man. I'm sorry. I am 35 years old. I cannot.
On the second floor.
I look at it, I'm like, man, I am about to turn into dust. Yeah. But I mean, hey, he's leading in kills. That's something to be very proud of. And the other thing too is that side swap happen after every round. Traditional Rainbow Six, you're expecting it to play on a certain side over and over and over again. Not the case here. You defend one round, then you go to attack, or you go to attack and then defense. So.
Wow. Wait. He's on the side. Okay. What?
That's not good.
I was shooting my gun, but all right.
Looks like the opponents are roaming pretty quickly as well. I think a fun, kind of unique thing too, if folks aren't super familiar, if you're a big mobile fan, as I was saying before, and you're not familiar with Rainbow Six Mobile, is one of the unique factors about this game and why it's so strategic at times. It is, no matter what gun you're using, no matter what, anything about your character, essentially, it is a one-shot headshot in Tarot, and that is a totally different gameplay loop than a lot of other titles.
Yeah,
Six Mobile tournament, bro.
I mean, obviously for shotguns, that multiplier doesn't exist, but all you got to do is just hit them in the head. And, you know, there's an old adage that's said in game where, you know, 5 bullets is all it takes to win a round. You just got to click 5 times and that's it. But it's not just all about kills. You also have that diffuser, which in Bomb Rush, everybody has the case as far as I can remember. And you just walk it into the bomb site. This is our first non-villa that we're seeing now, Garrett. This is Clubhouse. This is one of the oldest maps in the game, albeit with a different set of skins on the walls and different decor, but another relatively classic map here in Siege, a very big map and lots of opportunities to roam, which is what we seem to see here.
I got double yinged. Okay, he just kind of
does the
sat
game
my
lag
gas.
for you guys? Do you guys have legs?
It seems like we're still playing pretty aggressive here. But I you know, another big factor of Rainbow Six Mobile, and unfortunately, loses the gunfight there, missing the headshot.
I think should have had that one.
Yeah, it was close. The other big thing about this game that is super important, you can tell the players are locked in, is because the audio cues are so important in this title.
No different than the actual regular PC version of this game. And we're going to be comparing it a lot because I suspect many people that watch this are playing Rainbow Six Siege. It is, you know, one of Ubisoft's most popular titles, one of the most popular esports, and one of the most popular FPS games on the market. So we'll use it as a launching point just for comparisons, even though mobile is, of course, its own thing. If you are not listening and communicating in Rainbow Six, be it on mobile or on PC or console, you are ultimately losing. As I said when we were watching gameplay about 10 minutes ago, Intel is the name of the game. So if you're not listening for footsteps, if you're not listening that, you know, things are breaking, everything in this game has a very distinct sound. Ubisoft's sound design is quite good. And because of that, it allows you to gain so much information just from the experience that comes with knowing what the sound of a broken wall or a broken door or anything like that sounds like.
Great breakdown. You can see our drone usage to start things off.
All right.
Trying to get that very important intel. By the way, Intero, the drones are one of my favorite parts of this game for many reasons. One of the reasons is it makes me feel like I'm in like
FYI, there's also
some sort of like kid's story where I'm like a toy running around at the bottom of the floor and I'm like, oh, I see people's feet and now I'm hiding under a chair. Because you can shoot those drones too, right? You can take down the drones and you're able to take down some of the attackers' intel.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to disconnect the thought of being in a child's story with violent murder and explosions that are happening. I mean, you've witnessed some really bad things here. One of the things that most newer players to Rainbow Six will grapple with is learning the maps. On mobile or on PC console, it does not matter. If you don't know the way that the maps function, you can feel relatively confident in how you're entering and how you're entering the building. But there's many doorways and many hallways that you need to watch out for that you might just not know exists. And I think that's exactly what just happened there. They got swung from kitchen. Everything looks to be pretty standard with this execute up towards the top floor, at least that we're seeing from Cappy, is he walks up, gets killed by a nitro cell. Again, this is Siege. This happens. The nitro cell, though, another very distinct sound. When operators rip the Velcro, it makes a noise. When it's thrown, it makes a noise. And before it detonates, it makes a noise. So if you're not listening, you might miss those cues.
2 on red ping.
1 minute left. No pressure.
Oh.
The window is secure. Zap, zap.
They are running out of time here. Only a minute left. Again, bomb rush means get inside the site, but attackers don't always have it easy.
This is also the first time we're seeing one of the teams potentially lose a full map.
We've got eyes on a hostile.
What the VR in this game?
What the?
Oh.
All friendly.
It doesn't matter what team we're watching. They love jumping out windows. And I mean, if you're playing this game mode, it is a quick game mode. Again, rush is in the name. You're going to want to be hopping on out. Is this Summit? Is this one of the new maps? Yes, it is. It looks like it is Summit. So this is a Rainbow Six mobile only map. It is not in Rainbow Six Siege. So this is the first time that if you haven't played Rainbow Six Mobile, we're actually going to get to see this.
Where is this hiding Siege? Wait, I got him, bro.
I fear I cannot be an expert on this map because it's not in the game.
It's a beautiful map though. I love the like aesthetic and the skins that they use for the actual like walls and terrain around it. I like adding the snow into it, but a nice easy win because yet again opponents are roaming. I guess this is the nature of quick play. You know, bomb rush, sure, but it's not looking like we're really rushing the bomb to put down the diffuser. It's more about rushing to kill our opponents as fast as humanly possible by jumping out windows and hoping to hit the headshot first.
And again, a viable strategy, right? If you don't have a lot of familiarity with either the game or the maps, etc., your opponents might be in the same boat, right? So why not take advantage of it? Typically, with all things Rainbow, the defenders have an advantage because they can just sit inside of the map. They can sit in a particular room and just wait for attackers to wander by. Most maps, when they first come out, usually defender sided. But if attackers have good aim and some of these players have already shown familiarity with the maps, then you can be very quick with it. Parker the Slayer is going to use Dokabee's signature ability, which is called the Logic Bomb. Every defender has access to a phone, just like Rainbow Six Mobile, where they can go and look on cams. That Dokabee device is going to give pings to all of the attackers as to where these defenders are. It's a great tool, and it's already been capitalized off of as they pick up the first kill.
He's coming in now. Okay, I'm planting.
Friendly is planting the diffuser.
Damn, nice.
This one looks like it's going to be over in a hurry, Garrett.
Yeah, I think so too. You
5v1,
heard
yeah.
a little bit of the comms there, and they're definitely taking it pretty seriously. You heard some nice comms inside, call outs for the team to play together, but really didn't need it. That was a nice, easy peasy win and fantastic push for a fast victory. And again, that is the name of the game, folks. Looking for victories as fast as humanly possible. This is what I'm calling a timed win race. All right. So if you can win faster, then shoot. That's even better for you.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is just rack it up. Win as many games as you can. Get it done with maximum efficiency. All you got to do is get 2 rounds. 2 rounds, 6 minutes, potentially. That's all it takes, and you can be the victor. And would you look at that? We just started spectating Viper Strike, and they've already won as well. So efficiency is the name of the game here.
Yeah, definitely. Also, speaking of efficiency, not to get too technical, it's also about getting into the next game as fast as humanly possible, right? It's a timer no matter what, so all that time outside of game
Is that the dope?
also important to minimalize, but
I can watch cams as
take a look at these cams all across the map.
Oh, I hear his drone.
I'd like to hear how these players encounter this, especially with only a minute left.
Are you playing Ganef? No, I'm just watching.
Or even
I'm not
is
playing
the
the tournament. But this is a good tournament, bro.
Everyone
The
has.
first
Everyone
Valor
has.
Showdown tournament.
I don't see it on the floor anywhere.
You could hear them not used to the fact as they literally win the game.
Yeah.
Every single attacker has access to the diffuser. Now, very common for it to be referred to as a bomb, as in other games it is referred to as a bomb. In Rainbow Six, it's the opposite. There are bombs on the map. You need to defuse them. You need to disable them. So the cases that they're carried will be referred to as bombs by the players, but that's not actually the case. It is a diffuser. So if you hear that, just try to square it away in your mind a little bit. And of course, in order to speed up this game mode, every single attacker has access to a diffuser. Usually there's only one, and it becomes really important from a strategic standpoint as to who carries that diffuser in, because let's say you spawn by yourself, you've got the diffuse kit, and then you die, one of your teammates will have to go retrieve it. That can cost you the round, it'll cost you time, it could potentially cost you your life.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the other quick note there for those that haven't played too is like once your diffuser has actually been planted, obviously the defense has to counter diffuse, right? You have to take down the diffuser. So even if you were able to take down all of your opponents, making sure that you have time to counter diffuse, that's how you win as the defense. So won't see that too much, I'd expect, in this game mode, just because of how fast it plays, but may get a quick peek at it.
It's so nice to see this skin, by the way. This is an old seasonal skin that hasn't been around for quite some time. I know that people clamor for some of the older, sexier skins that were in Rainbow Six Siege that are no longer available. We used to do seasonal skins where they'd only be available for 3 months, and that's it. And there's cherry blossoms coming from the, if memory serves correctly, I believe it was the Red Crow season, but I could be wrong. People can fact check me.
I need more bullets.
Careful, careful.
Ooh, 6 HP in a dream.
Yeah.
I'm destroying some of the Capcan traps.
Destroying someone's beam.
I mean, that face says it all, right? Another great thing about Rainbow Six Siege, so many of the surfaces are penetrable, so be they floors, be they walls. You just saw Meaty Marley spray through a wall and get a kill, something that most players would be very annoyed with. But Marley was happy, and we're happy if Marley's happy.
That's exactly right. Nice win. Yet again for that team.
Oh my
Here's your boy Spoit.
Did you see that camera placement? He just threw it on the bear's nose.
It's an unbelievable apartment he plays out of. Look at the floor space on that thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The bear's nose?
I am very eager to see how Spoit does on mobile. I don't know how much mobile experience he has across the board. I mean, his in-game mechanics on mouse and keyboard are terrific, and nobody can doubt that, but on a phone and potentially with a controller, because you can play this game with controller on your phone. It does not need to be touchscreen, so you might see some people playing with controllers, but
I'm doing a rooftop play here as well.
Noah Sunday is probably one of the more experienced players on this title. He's a fantastic mobile creator in general, but he has been grinding the game recently, so expect to see some really solid mechanics.
Just this one is fine. Just any of those walls that you see, just breach them. Oh, they have a meat jammer on them.
Oh no, he has a jammer on the other side.
Yeah, that might be.
this is the summit map, right? Still?
Yes, I believe so.
It evokes a feeling of the map Layer, which is one of the newer maps that was added to Rainbow, but not exactly comparable. It's similar textures, similar vibes, but
Phone call going off.
I mean, this room in particular that they're in is huge. This is a...
Yeah, if you breach that site, Seafoam, we can immediately start smoking and planting. I can plant, okay?
I think it's
And of course, it's Spoit, the most Rainbow Six experienced player, making the shot calling here. He does not usually shot call on his team, for what it's worth. He's actually paired up with one of the best shot callers in the history of Rainbow Six, which is a guy whose name is Canadian. You can guess where he's from, but it's good to see Spoit take on a leadership role, and of course, it powered his team to a flawless victory. These games are so fast.
Yeah, they are flying through these games. Seeing another win there, and again, you only need 2 round wins, so they're already done. They won the whole map, and we're moving on to the next one. We're really showcasing pretty much every map at this point, or most of the maps.
No worries.
Just flying through. Here's Choco Taco.
Got another.
Does look like he may actually be playing touchscreen. I'll try to get confirmation of that. The way he's moving, though, it looked a little bit more like controller, but still had some touchscreen HUD. Another very unique thing, by the way, about mobile is you can fully customize your HUD. So every time we swap perspectives, you all will see it. And mobile players out there, you know this because I'm sure you mess with your HUD for hours on end to get it perfectly aligned with every pixel where you want it. You playing 4-finger claw, 5-finger claw, 6-finger claw, any claw, or are you playing 2 thumbs in a dream? Because that's I'm somewhere in between, probably.
I gotta say, and obviously I'm not paid to say this specifically, but I have nothing but respect for mobile game developers, because you're dealing with a limited amount of space. Your fingers will obscure the screen. For a game like Rainbow Six in particular, there are so many buttons that for a long time you couldn't even map every single command on a controller on console. So trying to fit it onto a phone screen or a tablet screen is incredibly impressive. And having played this game as much as I have, it feels great, honestly. I was a bit skeptical when I first heard that they were turning this game mobile. I was like, surely they must be dumbing it down, and they really haven't. It's I think it's honestly quite true to its roots.
These matches on time.
That was a hell of a game, folks. The other guy was AFK, but this guy...
Another fantastic game, and no, I totally agree. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. I've almost finished up my first 30 matches of kind of getting experience under the belt, and it's been fun to kind of experience it. I have been messing with my HUD, to that point quite a bit, though, to match my lack of skill when it comes to mobile. But I'm pretty decent, I would say. I'm average mobile player, so I'll take what I can get. And even with the complexity of this game, I'm able to do whatever I want to do with my HUD, which is extremely impressive.
It was quite overwhelming the first time I played. Meaty Marley has absolutely nothing on his HUD, so I think that kind of gives away.
Definitely a controller. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And the little Y on the bottom of the screen, I think, also gives it away. He's playing an operator named Buck, who's a Canadian operator who's got a under barrel mounted. Oh my goodness, he almost got 3 for the price of 1 right there. He's got an under barrel mounted shotgun that allows him to get through that wall with relative speed. He's flashed himself.
Nice.
He gets another. The kills feel so satisfying in this game, by the way. The hit markers, the sounds, everything about it. It's something that I kind of wish they bring to regular Rainbow Six Siege. It just feels really nice.
You know who's who?
Oh yeah, how do you set that up? We could set it. I
think it's in...
One enemy remaining.
Definitely feels great. And a nice win there. Marley excited, but immediately looking to get into the next one. Here's a look at Vague. And again, Vague is a former pro player in a different title and has actually been grinding Rainbow Six Mobile quite a bit since launch. So expect to see him. Oh, well, sometimes you just check the wrong corner. And if you don't check them all, there's going to be somebody there. So unfortunate loss there, but a win overall.
He did not. Well, that was Bella just playing Diffuser. I think she was able to get the Diffuse kit done before time expired. The attackers planted it, and then she took care of it. So good for her. It's so fast how between rounds. This is really something that if you've never played Rainbow Six Mobile, you'll notice immediately. There's very little downtime. I feel like that's part and parcel with a lot of mobile games. Mobile games are designed for you to constantly be in the action, because your time is limited, right? If you got time to bust out a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute game while you're waiting for, the doctor's appointment, sitting there waiting for them to call your name, who knows? Maybe you're on a bus, maybe you're doing something between classes. I don't know, but the speed at which you get back in is quite remarkable.
I'm trying to, especially with this game mode, this is a perfect commute if you're on a train or a bus type game for how complex it can be and how strategic it can be. As long as you've got headphones and not playing it out loud, hopefully, with a bunch of other people around, you do need your audio. That's definitely something I learned playing this game. My wife was asleep next to me in Taro last night, and I was playing this game in bed. I didn't have audio, and I was getting slammed.
Well, of course. You're trying to play a complex game that involves direct communication with no sound? You're basically a target dummy at that point, but good on you for trying. Oh, boy.
I'm not Ying.
Wait, I'm Ying. Wait, I'm Ying. I'm Ying.
So there was
my bad.
Parker's having some troubles right now. He flashed his own teammates with Ying's Candelas and then tried to shoot through that steel reinforcement, which there's only a couple operators that can get through that. They're referred to as hard breachers. The defenders have the ability to reinforce soft walls. So if you see a wall that you can usually shoot through, like go back to that Marley clip that we showed earlier where he was he shot through that wall. The defenders can reinforce those walls, meaning you can't shoot through them.
Why are you not playing? Because I'm just watching fighting. Nah, playing the tournament. I don't have teammates, bro. Just watching today.
And they get the case down, but then they've all died. So now the 4 remaining defenders just need to get on the case and counter disable it in the next 30 seconds. It looks...
My whole chat's just lolling at the flashes.
Guys.
They lost, yes. Okay, so they didn't get it. All right, I was very curious as to what was happening there. There was a bit of chaos.
How are they playing this tournament? You're telling me that
I tossed
just
out,
play
I tossed out
hours.
every single flash I had in that small little area.
Yeah, okay, at least he owns up to it, you know? We're learning along the way as well. Parker the Slayer, fantastic player, may have not known that you could flash your teammates or that you can't shoot through those reinforced walls, but hey, we're learning along the way. We've got a 3-hour timer going right now, okay? You got plenty of time to learn.
I mean, we're going to learn the way that players want to play this. The players themselves are going to learn it. The people watching are going to be learning it as well. You know, there's all of these content creators are streaming in their own right, so you're not all here watching us talk. You're watching your favorite players showing this off. And of course, with any new game, which Rainbow Six Mobile is, it's true to its roots, but it's still ultimately a new game. It's fun to watch the growth happen in real time.
Start leveling her up and shit.
You saw some of the booby traps just get placed by Capkin. Nice shots through. This team feels pretty good as expected.
Honestly, we haven't seen a lot of defeat to begin with. It's been a lot of dubs across the board, but I mean, hey, when you've got a 5-stack of players who are probably sweating a bit and are also very experienced on mobile,
I'm not gonna lie, again, be happy you're not in there, because you play for 3 hours is not worth it.
over most of their opponents.
Yeah, I'm just watching today, bro. I'm not playing. But I will watch party for like 3 or 4 hours.
I think he's right above you. He's coming to you now.
Nice. Another great victory. I'm telling you, comms are sounding really clean, though, for a team that's maybe not played together a ton. I think they've done maybe 1 or 2 kind of streams together, warming up as a team. Comms sound pretty clean for playing pubs. They're taking it very serious.
Some of them are even talking to chat, but I feel like if you're a mobile streamer, it's a little bit hard to talk to chat, right? You're staring down at your screen. You're not exactly looking right at your monitor. And I've never streamed on mobile before. I've played mobile games, but I don't know if you've ever streamed on mobile.
I haven't streamed on mobile, but I've watched a lot of mobile streams in events like this. So
all enemies have been eliminated. Outstanding work.
I love how Dab just runs outside, is fully detected. So when a defender runs outside, your position is given away immediately to the attackers. So they know where you are. They basically get wall hacks, and yet Dab styled on them anyway.
Yeah, Dab does not care. He didn't ask either, and he goes out there and gets the win. A nice pickup there from Dab, and doesn't even blink as we head into what will be the next game. So nice job there from him. But hey, look, overall, I think we've seen maybe 1 defeat at this point total, but it's just a matter of the pace of play. How fast you move and how many wins can you get and how fast can you get those wins? That's what we're here to see. But we're seeing a lot of Rainbow Six Mobile, which is exactly why we are here. You know, first impressions, Intero, how are you feeling?
I mean, I feel great. I am suffering some whiplash as we go back and forth with how quick these games are, which of course is by design. Bomb Rush is supposed to be fast. So you get into a match, if you have a good aggressive team, if you're playing on defense and you jump out of the building and you start killing your opponents, you can get a round done in about a minute or so. It's very efficient.
Yeah, very efficient. But folks, we told you we would reward you just for being here. Guess what? 10 more golden bullets can be yours. Scan the QR code or redeem it at redeem.ubisoft.com/rainbow6-mobile. Type in these codes. And again, it is a one-time use. So you better move quick. You can scan that QR code. You can screenshot this, click the QR code, type it in. Maybe start with one in the middle because the top and the bottom one have already been.
Yes, I can read, bro. You can type.
So definitely check it out. And I'll be very curious to see who gets their win. If you get a win, if you get some 10 golden bullets, make sure you type in chat and let us know that you've already redeemed it. But here's a quick look at our standings in Taro, and it looks like moving quick at the top. Ghost Eyes, first to 5.
Yeah, I mean, they are obviously submitting their scores, so there could be some delay. Maybe some of them are not as fast to submit that info. But yeah, I mean, look at that efficiency for Ghost Eyes. They're trucking through it. They want to be the best. And in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so far, the best hasn't shown up because they are winning all of their matches 2-0. If you have 5 wins and you have a +10 round differential, it means you have not dropped a single round. So same for Viper Strike and same for Wolfguard. They have not lost a single round yet.
Yeah, man, it's so great to be with a caster that can do quick math. That's fantastic. Thank you for that.
I shouldn't be doing it. That's the number one rule of broadcast is to not do math on the broadcast. But you know what? Right. We're dealing with small enough numbers that my puny brain can handle it.
I love it. By being able to go and point out where the other enemy operators were. So rather than being super aggressive, I was focusing more on my ability rather than actually going and getting killed.
Wow. Talk about comms. All right, Parker the Slayer breaking everything down for us there for a moment. Incredible stuff. Let's take a look at the timer, though, and see where we're at right now. So we've got a team that is perfect on the day, 5 wins, and we're about 30 minutes in at this point. Total of 3 hours.
Yo, let me record.
I mean, you got time to make up. We're only 1/6 of the way through here, and 5 matches were played by the team in first. So they've got... what the heck is this?
Not this one, though.
He's dead.
This has been referred to before as the caged animal strategy. So there's parts of the map where you can just castle yourself off. Castle is the operator that was just in front of you on the screen. Basically what he does is he has these bulletproof panels, these armor panels that he puts down over doorways, and it makes it so that you have to punch your way through it or use an explosive to open it up. Now, what we've seen on different maps is that people will do that and then just tear one of the castle barricades down and spring out and surprise your opponents. I don't know if that was the theory, but it can always catch people off guard because you're like, what the heck is going on here?
Well, all of that work, and Parker the Slayer ran outside and killed everybody. So nice work, and some excitement there from him. We'll swing back over to Bobby Plays, head down, full throttle. Looks like their opponents are a little bit more aggressive than the opposite.
I mean, he's getting fed right now to the SMG-11. This is one of the highest fire rate guns in the game. Believe it or not, it's not a primary weapon. It's a secondary weapon, but it goes brrr and shreds people. As you just saw, Bobby just got 2 very fast kills. Same maps so far that we've seen. I think we've only seen Summit, Clubhouse, and Villa up to this point. I do wonder if they have a limited map pool, Garrett, because Bomb Rush, at being a more casual game mode, in Rainbow Six Siege, when you're in the more casual game modes, they also have a limited map pool so that newer players can get more familiarized with the game rather than be overwhelmed by tons of maps and tons of different stuff.
Yeah, good shot. We'll try to get a read on that, but back into the game as Bobby is setting up here, trying to get some intel. As the attacker, drones out, scanned feet, and moving on our merry way. Well, not anymore.
Enemy bombs are primed to detonate.
I'm a bit surprised Bobby's not gaming in a suit. I mean, obviously he submitted that photo, but I feel like when you got that much drip, you gotta show it off.
He does have a lot of drip. He's also a fantastic caster in his own right. I've shared a booth with him a couple times.
He loves these high fire rate weapons. First he was on the SMG-11, now running on the F2, which is the FAMAS. It is an incredibly fast gun to fire. And you pointed it out earlier, because of the one-shot headshot mechanic, a lot of players like to favor the higher fire rate guns because you have a higher likelihood of hitting the head one time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely reward a little spray and pray at head level. Shotgun seemingly a problem for Bobby to deal with, though. He gets taken down by the one pump and gone.
Just so it makes the time go quicker.
Que isso, mano?
Diffuser has been planted. Don't let the enemy break it.
Oh, it's so loud.
That's a logic bomb that just went off here in the post plant. So diffuser is down and they win the round. That was relatively easy. I mean, when you've got FPS veterans on your team and you've got people who know the game in particular, because just because you play other first-person shooters doesn't mean you know the actual like ebb and flow of a round of Rainbow Six Siege, you're gonna have a pretty distinct advantage. And I mean, when you got guys on here that are, you know, Rasco, Marley, Spoit, they're all the highest rank that exists in Rainbow Six Siege, so that's going to translate to mobile. Even if you don't have the best mechanical ability, your knowledge is going to carry you quite a lot, and you can see it firsthand.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that for those that are maybe very efficient in the mobile category, like Vague, he roams to the outside of the map, doesn't even let them rappel up, and just says, goodbye, I'm trying to win as fast as possible. Sorry, I'm in a tournament. You don't understand. I'm going to kill everybody. And that's exactly what he does. So, nice little start.
We'll go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, realistically speaking,
Our first time seeing Border, another one of the earlier maps added to the game. It came in Dustline, which was in the second season of Rainbow Six Siege.
walk them down.
That's when Valkyrie, the operator we mentioned as well, came out. She's present, so somebody on the non-streamer team is going to be playing her in the top right. Again, a smaller pool of operators available here in Rainbow Six Mobile. Not expecting the 70+ operators all to be added to this game the moment it launches. That I think would be a little extreme. But I think they did a great job of picking which operators fit this game. Lots of trap ops, good fragging potential, good intel ops. And look at this. We're 50 seconds into the round, and basically everybody's dead. Okay, they're dead. They win the round. So 54 seconds, Nighthaven gets the job done. If you're familiar with the map, Garrett, you can just run in and just start killing, because there's a good chance you might be playing against some players who don't know their way around it.
Yeah, 100%, especially with some of these players that have been playing pretty much non-stop since launch.
Maybe let us know. There's 4 other teams. We're doing a kill race.
Win shouting us out a little bit? That's my goat. I love this guy. He's talking to his chat. Just tell him to check out the main broadcast. He's also saying, hey, I don't know who's in first because I don't have time to check the leaderboard. I've got to get as many wins as possible in a 3-hour time. Any second wasted is frankly a potential win that is wasted, so they're locked in right now.
I feel like we don't even need to place this crap down. Like, we're winning so fast.
He's got a great broadcast voice as well.
Yeah, I've shared the booth with him a couple times as well, when has stepped into the caster booth whenever he likes to, and then other times he wants to compete because he usually wins, frankly. He's got win in his name, and that is for a reason.
Bro, Icy's very hard, bro.
I mean, Icy's got the tech here. Look at that.
They're shooting him.
Caveira is an operator that has a secondary pistol with some of the highest damage in the game. I admittedly don't know if they've tweaked it for mobile, but this pistol is incredible. And she has a secondary ability called an interrogation, and we're going to see one front and center from Icy. It reveals the position of the remaining attackers. Now, if you are new to Rainbow Six Siege and there is a Caveira on the opposite side and you run into the building without droning, without any information, without any backup, and you get interrogated, everybody on your team will hate your guts. So make sure that you are playing properly. Everybody has access to a drone. You got to use it. Doesn't matter what your skill level is. Drones help. Drones win you rounds. And if you don't drone out the cav, well, you're going to be punished for it.
Folks, this is why you're tuning in to today's broadcast. It's all about learning the game. It just launched, and Intero is the perfect expert to help us out with it. What a great explanation. Interrogation is brutal for your team. Don't let it happen to you. You heard it here first.
And believe it or not, my name, Intero, has nothing to do with interrogations, though I realized that when I first started playing Rainbow Six Siege, one of the most commonly asked questions to me was, oh, does it mean anything to do with interrogations? No, actually, it has nothing to do with it. Originally, I went by the name Intero Bang, the grammatical character, and then just shortened it to Intero because that's what everybody called me.
Right now we're practicing for a tournament.
Fair enough.
Trying to lock in for that.
Aerith on your screen. Fantastic mobile creator as well. She is a straight shooter, I'll tell you what. See if she can showcase some of that skill here on main stage. I'm sure she will at some point, if not right this second. Teammates flying through the map right now.
Low.
Candela goes off. It is so strange the kill feed is on the left side of the screen. It will take me quite some time to get used to that. I'm so used to just looking in the top right, but of course, cannot obscure the action, especially with their hands being in that position.
Yeah.
So many of these rounds, Garrett, are being won flawlessly. Not quickly, but flawlessly. Sometimes both. And boy, oh boy, again, these teams are making such quick work of their opponents. But I mean, that was Space we were watching. Vague was another player that you highlighted earlier on in the show for just how good he is. And I mean, hey, he's doing it with pistols. So he's handicapping himself to a certain extent and is still overpowering his opponents.
He's just having a dang good time. Former pro player in the mobile space and been loving the game. So it makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, it is interesting to watch these teams. You know, it's probably worth mentioning. I doubt they're playing against any other 5 stacks in the game right now. So obviously a clear advantage, probably helpful for getting a flawless win. I will say the question that I always have with these types of formats is I just hope and I pray that these teams will actually queue in against each other at some point. So we do get a chance to see that because it can happen. We're all playing pubs, but they're all playing pubs at the same time. So you never know what could happen in terms of servers or lobbies that you load into. Could see something get real sweaty real quick.
Come here, bro.
All right.
That's a great point. I mean, I imagine with most mobile games, there's quite a lot of people that are playing this, but yeah, having them do battle against each other would be really something special. Bank now on your screen, one of the biggest maps in the game. It looks a little bit smaller here, which makes sense for a mobile setting. I don't know if they've actually shortened or shrunk the footprint of some of these maps. It would make sense for me. Bank is big. So you've got 2.5 minutes to try and navigate one of the bigger maps. You've got drones at your disposal. The defenders have cameras. You just saw them hop on it right there, and they're just going to jump out of the building. They do not care that it gives their opponents wall hacks. That's how confident they are. I think their confidence is maybe a bit misplaced because they do suffer the first death.
For the clip. No, it's a strat, but I think he baited you for the clip. That might be why.
What? You jumped out too early. I didn't say go.
You gotta wait.
You're trying to cue something up together, but hey, even in a 5 stack, sometimes the team chemistry is not perfect.
There's one bottom floor, by the way.
And all of a sudden, they're at a slight disadvantage. They do have a round win. They could still close it out right here, Parker the Slayer. He said he's the top fragger for the team. Let's see if he can do it.
There's 3 lobby.
Oh no.
All right.
If lobby is the call, Parker the Slayer couldn't be farther away from lobby than he is right now. He's on blue stairs, staring down towards server.
Oh, okay. So no, Ryu's apparently somebody.
He's playing it slowly.
By the way. That's funny. Yeah, no, he's known. Like he's known.
Already accusations of stream sniping. This is perfect. This is what I like to hear. Everybody who beats me is cheating.
That's right.
The server stairs position is really critical if you're defending the bottom floor bomb site, but they're just within reach of the Teller's Archive site, and diffuser has been planted, so the 2 remaining players on Nighthaven will now need to get into the site, figure out whether it's A or B where the case has gone down. Good coverage from the window will unfortunately eliminate Bella Fox. And Parker the Slayer will need to slay. He gets all but one. They lose the round. Still one more to go, but my oh my, a competitive show.
I mean, guys, come on now. Come on. Wait, hold up. Hold up now. That was almost a clutch.
Parker's energy is electric, man. He's feeling really good about his gameplay. I think the vault into hipfire may have been... It was on purpose. It may have been a little bit of a happenstance that he was able to take down that first player effectively, but we'll take those. We'll take whatever we can get. This is actually a pretty big round for them, you know.
It's a common spot.
This is a pretty competitive event of everybody trying to get his wins as fast as humanly possible, and losing a round here that goes all the way to round 3 is actually quite a bit of time sink.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Well, it's more so
Vai entrar pro competitivo de R6, ou não, mano?
Wait until the grapple was there. Like,
that's a change right there. So usually there's a parking garage where all of these players just spawned. Instead, there's some excavation work. So I guess it was before the parking garage was actually built. So we now have some Rainbow Six lore that we can dive into.
Love it.
Wait, what an angle. Wait, low key.
I mean, even in video games, there's construction. We can't avoid it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I live in Nashville area, and talk about construction. My goodness, I think the bird of our state bird is the crane, and it does not fly. It is just literally a crane.
It's a common saying in both Toronto and Montreal that there are 2 seasons. There's winter and construction. So, yeah.
Exactly.
We sometimes, if you're lucky, you get them both at the same time. So.
Wait, did I not see him? Am I blind?
The guy on shield.
There the whole time. What a weirdo.
Okay, that's a good entry. He went down the skylight, a bit unorthodox. Deployable shield to mantle over, and then to the right of it, there's an evil eye, which means there's a maestro on the board. He's dead, so you can't use the evil eye cam beyond anything more than information, but it will be able to tell you where the attackers are coming from.
Yeah. Go in that window to the left. Yeah. I think he's right or left. Oh, yeah, right there.
No.
Oh, that is a missed opportunity and a nice attempt over the deployable shield, but defenders are pretty entrenched at this moment.
You see laser?
Still a numbers advantage for Nighthaven as they get ever closer to this Tellers and Archives bomb sites. You don't need to get the diffuser down. You just got to kill all of your opponents. He's one shot. Oh my goodness. 1 HP remains.
Very, very close.
So, you can self-revive though, Parker. You can self-revive. Yeah.
Only 30 seconds left.
Bella's covering you.
Vaulted into a frost mat, so you can pick yourself back up. Remember that they all have access to the diffuse kit. Bella, unfortunately, not able to shoot through that wall.
All right, Bella, you got this.
Bella will have to cover now as Parker the Slayer has the case in hand. 1 single point of HP remains from the defenders, so if they sneeze, they'll win the round. Adam dead to rights in the other bomb site. So now all you need to do is just sit on this diffuse kit and wait. Bella's playing this one so perfectly. Just wait for the call. Again, you referenced sound, Garrett. They will hear this defender coming from a mile away, providing, of course, that they're listening intently.
Nice.
And there you go.
Predictable as it gets, like a salmon swimming upstream. It's the only way they're gonna go. Nice pickup from Bella. Finds them, running towards the diffuser because you have to. Great power play there. Nice win.
Telling me not to go through there because I'm too wide. It's okay.
Sobe muito alto, o áudio.
I go back. I wish production could show his photo back on screen because, like, look in the bottom left-hand corner. He does not look anything like the photo that he submitted.
I'm wide. I feel like I'm wide, but I'm not that wide.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Rasco's not a big guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His photo, they were like, hey, we need a photo. And somebody just randomly took a picture of him as he was like running down the street or something. And then they cropped his head in half. Like, I don't know what was going on.
They just showed my stream on the main stream and I was literally saying how fat I was. That's literally the segment that they showed. That's what I'm being told. Oh, great.
10 more seconds.
Well, I've not been saying anything.
Get absolutely cooked, Rasco.
Oh my goodness.
Let's move, team. We've got some bombs to defuse.
We do have player cams that we can rely upon here if needed. I find it quite revealing that a lot of these Rainbow Six Siege players are all on controller instead of playing on the mobile interface. And I mean, I'm not sure how it works in other esports and with other games, but there is a massive console player base for Rainbow Six Siege. And a lot of pros in our game have come from consoles. They started on controller and made the transition over to mouse and keyboard. So for some of these players, it might just be old familiar turf, but then going back to playing with controller.
That's a really good shot.
Oh, this is I've been dying on Siege today. Can we get one in the chat?
Hey, they got a nice heady, and they hit the headshot before him. Oh, we have Red Hammer in trouble. It's going to be a 1v5 situation here. Is it Cappy last alive, potentially?
It's like Quasira guy might be the best player I've played against on mobile.
I have to imagine there is some form of matchmaking. I know that Ubisoft in the past has been a little bit tight-lipped about the matchmaking that they use in some of their casual game modes, but I have to imagine that there is some form of matchmaking here. And to your point that you made earlier, the more these teams play, the quicker they will rise through that matchmaking system. And they're going to start fighting up against really good players. I've seen some clips of people playing Rainbow Six Mobile on Twitter, and they make my head literally explode. I don't understand how people do this. I don't understand. It looks like people have like 4 hands.
Well, they have 6 fingers at the very least. I was watching chat when we were talking about the different grips that you can do for mobile devices. Obviously, it depends on your device, tablet, etc. But I saw some folks in chat saying they play 6-finger claw, and good on you, man. I am not that good. I am decent. 6 fingers on the screen is quite difficult.
I mean, I'm fairly good at this game on a mouse and keyboard. You're trying to get me to pilot a phone? Are you insane? I am so old. You ever read that thing where they talk about esports players and it's like, look at this, the oldest man that you've ever seen in your life, practically dust, about to die. He's 24 years old.
I'm just refusing to lose a game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. When I talk about the gaming space, I'm like, oh, golly, I feel ancient. 31 years old. It's like, good grief.
We're being told by production that an iPad can handle 10 inputs at the exact same time. That is
all 10 fingers, baby.
You're working for it at that, but just take the win. Just take the win.
Yeah, you got it. Good luck. If I see somebody whipping around doing 360s and still headshotting me, I know they're 10-finger claw. Not even claw. 10-finger typing, I guess, on an iPad on a tripod.
I think he's the good player.
One of the best aspects of Rainbow Six is how tactical it can be. Now, with players that are still learning the game, I assume we're going to see more of this aggression and more frag-focused style of play as they get more comfortable with it. But this is a lot higher paced and a lot higher octane than we're used to seeing from Rainbow Six Siege. Again, mobile gaming is different from console gaming, so I understand that there's going to be some divergence. I have been quite impressed with the amount of gadgetry that we have seen, especially from the defenders. That one Maestro and deployable shield that we witnessed earlier just a couple rounds ago, I thought was a great show of what you can do.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Quick look at our timer, by the way. Almost an hour in at this point. We're nearing the 1/3 of the way through mark. Not quite there yet, but a nice win here on Big for Red Hammer. End up picking up a round 3 victory, which is nice. By the way, Intera, I was taking a look at some of the operators and some of the people that you can choose, and you know, from the attackers that defend. There's 25 different characters that you can choose from that you can play in mobile.
It's a healthy amount.
I know, it's a very solid amount with the game just launching a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah,
a lot of options.
That's pretty close to a solid 1/3 of the roster that you get in Rainbow Six Siege, and again, it really just comes down to what you're looking for. Both the recruits are in it. You can actually see them both being played in this round. Sentry on defense, Striker on attack. So you've got plenty of flexibility from a gadgetry perspective. What is that? Twitch, Hibana, Ash, and Buck. Lots of destruction that's going to come. This is a very different part. This is not in the regular game. So this little staircase that leads down into what's referred to as Oil Pit is brand new for mobile. It is not present in the clubhouse that you will play on any console or PC.
I destroyed the trap.
Marley will flash, turn away from the flash. He took out the Capcan trap just a little bit earlier and now wants to escape with his life intact. I do like that staircase. I wonder how that would play from a competitive perspective.
I'm gonna mark him for you. Marked him. He's a Capcan.
Diffuser going down from Dad Plays. I'm gonna force the equation here. Get at least a semblance of a power position. Looks like they've got it pretty well held down at this point. Unfortunately, flashes himself, but he's able to pick up the full.
Enemy team is down to their last
nice. This is gonna be a free one. 5-1, diffuser down. Just hang out here and wait, and guess what? Our salmon comes swimming upstream yet again. Nice pickup and a nice win.
Really good stuff.
She was up 5-7.
That is actually a great question. What pistol does the Ash use? I think she's a 5.7. Yes, that is correct. Ash has 2 pistols available, and they are both pretty good. Just depends on your own comfort level.
Update it every hour. Hopefully they update it every hour. Go guys.
I'm assuming he was talking about the standings being updated every hour.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
We'll get those updated every hour, if not before then. But I am curious to know. We'll be seeing that here shortly in a couple minutes. Once we get to that hour marker, we'll show you the scoreboard and where everybody's at, how fast they're moving through their wins. I'm sure the players are questioning the same thing.
No, they're all like, there's like 2 right here.
I'd like to hear how they problem solve this.
Enemy bombs are armed. Find and defuse them.
Yo, chat. W Madman with the 10 gifted.
It's not exactly one of the main bomb sites that you will see defended here on Oregon on this middle floor. One inside a meeting, the other inside a kitchen. Referred to as a tertiary site at best. Oregon no longer in the competitive map pool of Rainbow Six Siege, but I would argue maybe I would just say I think it's the most iconic Rainbow Six map. So it has to be in mobile. Players will know it very very well and know how to approach it quite effectively. These rounds are just so quick. I just cannot get over how fast these rounds go.
Yeah, Vague immediately started roaming and just sprinted around the map, killed 3 players, and it looks like one other player on his team was able to pick up the other 2. So that was, yeah, about as fast as it gets. Vague does not care, and he did not ask. He is going to fly around this map.
Or if I'm playing like COD, because like you can't beat controller on COD. Like, it's too strong. The sticky aim.
It does sound like we're talking a lot about inputs, controller versus mobile touch.
It's 7 p.m.
And frankly, I don't know if there's a clear advantage. It sounds like some of our players are talking about those advantages. I've tried both. Both feel pretty competitive. It's just about your skill level with said inputs, right? The controller inputs are very nice, but if you are good at the touch device inputs, it's kind of like keyboard and mouse. You can be even more accurate potentially if you're good at it.
Okay. I gotta.
One thing that sets Rainbow Six apart, which was actually talked about there right before we switched perspectives, is that Rainbow Six Siege doesn't have any aim assist. The only aim assist that is present in the game is when you are playing up against the training bot, so in a mode that used to be referred to as terrorist hunt. If you are playing a PvE style of game, there is a possibility that aim assist is in your game, but in the PvP game modes, there is none. It doesn't matter if you're playing on controller or keyboard or anything like that. So, unlike other FPS titles that are out there that some of the players were discussing, playing on controller versus playing on mouse and keyboard versus playing on like touch controls, there is no advantage. Whereas with other FPS titles, you're trolling if you're not playing on controller because the aim assist is so strong that it overpowers the best mouse and keyboard user, despite the fact that I think mouse and keyboard is more precise on its own. This is entirely why aim assist exists in the first place. So play on controller on Siege, you do not get any advantage, though. I am continuously impressed with some of the champion level plays that we see from controller players. And I mean, hey, some of the players here are playing on controller and they are doing things that I certainly cannot do with mouse and keyboard.
I like that breakdown a lot. We swing back to Dab plays. Has yet to show us any emotion. All he cares about is winning. Harley gonna help his team out by taking down some of those cameras. Go ahead and explain, if you don't mind, Interior. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. It's probably the easiest explanation of your life. We obviously know drones. We've seen those quite a bit right now from the attacking side, right? Drones are a super valuable way to get intel around the map. You can go between 2 different drones. If you're able to keep both of them alive, you get a second drone once you get into the action phase. But on the defense, talk to me about cameras, how those work.
So every single map has a set of default cameras, and that's what they're called in-game. Default cams is what players will refer to them as, so there's no special name for them. Every single map will have certain cameras in certain parts that will likely be close to bomb sites. Very rarely are they ever in the bomb site itself, but you just saw on your screen there was a default camera. They just look like a regular surveillance camera, a little black half circle that sits on top of a white casing or white housing. Defenders have access to the cameras. Just as the attackers can go on drones, the defenders can go onto the default cams. One of the first things you should do as an attacker is shoot those default cams. There are usually 2, 3, 4 default cams outside of the building. It's not uncommon that the moment a round starts, defenders will go on those cams and they will gain information immediately as to where you're spawning, so they know where your attack is going to come from. So if you're attacking, get rid of those default cams immediately. Operators like Valkyrie, who is still present in this game, right there, she just got a kill on your screen. That's Panda who actually got the kill. If you're playing Valkyrie, these 2 teams are playing each other, by the way. We finally do have this. We do have 2 teams playing each other.
Yep.
Panda was playing Valkyrie. Valkyrie has black eye cams that you can throw around the map that function very similarly to the default cams. They are a little bit smaller and harder to see, but any defender can use those. Information is so crucial because it allows you info on where the attackers are coming from. So you can use your devices, you can use your traps, you can use your gadgets, or you can just maneuver your players towards where the attackers are coming from in anticipation, or if you fear their advances, where to not go because danger might be right ahead of you.
A great breakdown. It is very fun to see two of our creator teams going head to head here in public lobbies. As I expected, this could happen, and it already has.
They're droning.
One of my favorite parts about watching Rainbow Six mobile or even Siege online is watching how good the players are at swapping perspectives, by the way, in media race, like in action. Swapping between their drones or their cameras, because intel is everything in this game. And speaking of drones, you can see Panda using his right now to try to get some intel. His dab has already struck first on the opposite side. We are in trouble if we are down to, what, 3 players?
I don't see anything lobby right now. Check the chat.
Operator who's playing, by the way, is called Twitch. So she, like a couple other operators, gets access to additional drones. So Twitch will have your 2 regular drones, but then also has what are called Twitch drones, or these like little laser zapping drones.
Oh, you guys are the goats.
Not usually good for damage. Their job is to disable your opponent's gadgets. So if you drive your drone in and you see a default camera, you can shoot it and blow it up. If you see a Maestro camera, you can shoot it. If you see a Jaeger ADS somewhere, you can shoot that. Doesn't work on everything. So a very popular defender that we've seen a bunch of is Frost. She has these bear mats that you put down that if somebody vaults in or hops into it, they get downed. A Twitch drone does nothing. You can zap that thing as much as you want. It is not changing a single thing about that gadget. So only really electrical gadgets are what Twitch deals with. Not always, but usually just easiest for new players to view it that way.
Okay, yeah, plant the A site. It's completely clear. They're across the map from the map. Yeah.
2-1, Wolfguard ahead in player advantage.
Oh, I have a death drone.
Question is, what is the attack going to do in terms of planting? You heard Noah call it out.
Right in the middle.
Jaeger looking last alive on the red team.
Zeddy, you can plant that for free. They're right here on my tag.
To be wary of Capkin traps, but I think they've cleared it all out. Zeddy getting diffuser down. It is a very quick plant. That looks like a 1.5 seconds. It'll shorten the timer of the round, and now all they need to do is find the final player.
Active tag.
It all falls down onto the Jaeger to get on that diffuse kit, and there is Marley compelled into action, and he gets smoked. That's a tough one, but I mean, Panda is just so good, and Panda's actually been playing this game quite a bit in his own right. When I was Googling some of these mobile players, some of whom I didn't really know prior to this event, I saw Panda was actually squatting up with some of these guys. I think he played with Spoid actually the other day, so there's some familiarity there on his side of things.
Yeah, nice win there. Honestly, a very fun round. It's good to see our creators go head to head. They're a little sweatier than maybe some of the pubs game, the quick play games that we've been watching. But let's take a look at some of the replays from the last hour or so. Any highlight level plays? Sure, there was plenty of them. Bobby plays showing the efficacy of an SMG that shoots real fast. In Rainbow Six Mobile, Winsanity trying to do a lot of the same. And even Rasco showing us what he could do on controller. Some fun moments from these creators.
Yeah, I mean, and Bobby was playing that one so effectively with the deployable shield. That's something you see at high-level gameplays. Put down the deployable shield. You've got a little window that you can see through at the top, and then just hide behind it. It's bulletproof. They can shoot it as much as they want. You are safe, and you have information on your side. It's a very advantageous spot to be in. Of course, one of the highlights has to be Icy pulling off the interrogation. You don't get to see them all that often, especially the higher you go in skill level, but boy, oh boy, you know that when pro players do it or content creators do it at various show matches, the crowd always pops off, whether it's in the venue or in various Twitch, YouTube chat, etc.
Let's see some more fun moments from all of our creators. Dab obviously picking up a final kill there with the pistol, but something we're noticing a lot from our creators is they're also utilizing one of the most iconic things that Rainbow Six has to offer, which is making sure you're peeking your corners correctly by leaning. All right, folks, we'll keep an eye out for that as well. Here's a look at our overall standings, though. This is after our first hour or so. Looking at our total round wins, it's pretty close. Now, I'm gonna wager a guess here that Wolfguard maybe hasn't submitted all of their wins. That's just a guess. It's just a guess. Otherwise, they're having a tough time on the map right now. But Viper Strike is in first. And if I am seeing that correctly, I believe they are still perfect on the day.
Yeah.
Yep, Viper Strike and Ghost Eyes, at least from what's been reported, is perfect. Nighthaven has dropped 2 rounds. Red Hammer has dropped 6. Wolfguard, to their credit, are also undefeated, but they've only won 3 times. Their round differentials +6. So yeah, I have to imagine that they have just simply not submitted. But again, we did hear some player comms coming in about getting things submitted as quickly as possible. So who knows?
Speaking of submitting as quickly as possible, you better submit these codes that are on your screen, folks. We got more giveaways as per the usual. We're going to be rewarding you all day today. 10 golden bullets. If you can type this code in fast enough, it could be yours. It can only be typed in once, though. Maybe grab one of the middle ones. The outside one's probably already gone. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen, redeem it at the site down below that, or at the QR code, and you'll get your 10.
Why are you not participating? I'm just doing the watch party.
We'll swing back into the gameplay.
I got invited to do the watch party, not the tournament. Just watch.
Does not connect.
I mean, if you're a content creator, part of this is creating content. So it's not just enough to get the kills. You want a style in the process. So I mean, hey, I imagine like most people, they're gonna stream this game and then they've got editors, or maybe they edit it themselves. Who knows? Depends on how tight their time is. But they're gonna have their editors go through this and find some good clips. And the more insane and silly stuff you do, the better it tends to do on social media platforms. So get your clips for YouTube, for TikTok, everything. And if you can pull off a knife kill or even get your own interrogation, that stuff's gonna pop off.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of content created from this, and you can see our timer now. We are over a third of the way through this. Keep up the pace, ladies and gentlemen. Still got 2 hours left. And I do believe, so far, I think all of our predictions have been mostly correct. We knew that the lobbies would get a bit harder. That seems to be happening. I expected that some of these teams may interact with each other. That's already happened at least once. Some fun stuff today.
See, that's exactly what Bobby was doing earlier, where he sits behind the deployable shield with that window in front of him. Window, I suppose, being a charitable interpretation of what that is.
Nitro set. Nitro ignite. Right.
It's a small missed opportunity there with the nitro. Just wondering when he's gonna go back to the shotgun at that range. You don't want to sidearm out. You just want to one pump it. Rasco's an experienced player. He knows what he's doing.
Patience is certainly a virtue, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes when you're watching Rainbow Six Mobile today. Definitely a virtue in this game. We do see Savu unfortunately go down, but otherwise this team has a pretty clear advantage. It's actually about even now. Now they have a disadvantage in terms of players with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Rasco taking this nice and patient, holding his angles correctly. No reason to rush this.
Oh, especially if you're a defender, right? One of the biggest mistakes that are committed by those.
Well,
he was a little confused as to what was happening, Garrett, if I'm being honest with you. He shot him with a shotgun twice at point blank range, and the Ash did not die. My goodness, there's 2 of them right in front of him.
Oh,
he gets swamped by them. You know, Rasco wants that one back. It looked like there might have been a bit of desynchronization with the server on his end. Hard to tell, but I mean, you shoot somebody with the SAS shotgun at that range. Even once, you expect them to die, but twice, he seemed a little confused.
Yeah, I agree.
Back to my point. If you are a defender, one of the quickest ways to bottle around is to not play like a defender. You realize very early on that when you're a defender, all you got to do is just wait for the attackers to bring the diffuser into the bomb site, because if nothing happens, you win the round.
Right.
It is incumbent upon the attackers to get the job done. 25 seconds left in the round. All you got to do is hide. You do not need to take engagements. You don't need to fight. Too many newer players think that it's like other FPS games where you have to get the kills. Nope. If you are one of these 2 remaining defenders, all you got to do is just wait out the time, and the round goes to you.
Ooh. A quick peek around the corner. That shotgun, little one tap. Why not? Metalcore picking up the final kill, and works out well for him. And I like that breakdown.
Yeah, bro, how do we get out Enemy bombs are armed. Find and
also, fun note in Taro 2 about, for those that maybe haven't played Rainbow Six, one of the other cool things is that if you do go down as the attacker, correct me if I'm wrong, you can actually still access the drones and still flag players onto the map for your team. So you're not completely just standing in the wings and doing nothing when you do go down.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will die and then immediately go on TikTok, which is generally bad.
Right.
You know, when you die, you go on cams. That's general wisdom. It applies at all ranks. It applies in the casual game modes too. On a game mode like this on Bomb Rush, it's very, very quick. I honestly don't even know how much you can gain from immediately going on cams. But the double res, goodness gracious. There's one defender left, by the way, who needs to. This is going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one for the sentry. I don't even know where he is, but Icy's on the hunt. If you're a defender, you can get on those default cams, but you can also get on your teammates' devices. So Maestro brings evil eye cams, Valkyrie brings the black eye cams. Some of these operators bring bulletproof cameras. All you need to do when you die is just hop on cameras, because even when you're dead, you can provide immense value for your team. And if you're first dead, hop on a cam, give information, let the remaining players, 2, 3, 4 players still alive, doesn't matter. Give them intel so that you can win the round. You still have value, even if you did maybe overextend and cost your team the first kill. Oh, knife out with the Cav is interesting. I think Solid Snake, the newest operator to the regular Rainbow Six Siege game. Yes, that is Solid Snake for Metal Gear Solid, is the newest operator that was added just a couple days ago when Operation Silent Hunt came live. Now you've got both Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell and Solid Snake in the same game. It's very cool. He also has a knife out at one point, if memory serves correctly. So I'm a little curious if Ubisoft, maybe Ubi, if you're listening, are you trying to make knives and knife skins in this game a thing? Because like that'd be kind of cool. I'd support that.
Well, while we've got a moment watching our different space here,
I got Bird,
blow all of the ceilings apart. Talk to me about
this is Extreme Makeover Home Edition, actually, that we're watching. We've somehow ended up on another channel. So why do you do that? That's a very good question. There's another. Wasn't there 2 players there? Yeah, there was. You got
they're all dead. I'm completely unsure.
How did he live?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no, it's still.
Let's go. All right, so one thing that new players like to do, which is generally quite bad, is they like to reinforce and barricade everything. That's actually not a really good strategy against experienced players, because if you're going to walk into a room and everything is closed, you know that as long as what's in the room with you is clear, you're not going to get swung from somebody through an open doorway or through an open wall. But as what you saw Space doing in that previous round, if you're an attacker and you vault into that room, the entire floor below you is gone. You now are not going to do that vault without information of what lies below, because if you do it and there's somebody down there and you don't drone it, you're going to get killed. So sometimes there's a lot of value in keeping doors open, keeping windows open, keeping walls open, because the information that you gain and you give up by doing that is easily outweighed by the hesitation it's going to cause the attackers.
It's a massacre.
But that must have been like 30
run up
seconds.
The stairs and blow up a wall, and the game was over.
Try that again, man.
Crazy.
I love how much nuance we get a chance to talk on this broadcast, because we've kind of got this timed win race format. But at the same time, the players are like, yeah, one wall is blown up, everybody's dead, because that's how fast we're playing. So there definitely is kind of both sides of the coin here in Rainbow Six Mobile. If you want to play quick play, if you want to get into this bomb rush format and you want to fly at your opponents, you absolutely can. But as the game develops and the player base continues to learn, strategic gameplay is everything when it comes to Rainbow Six. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from both sides of the coin there. We have seen some strategic gameplay for sure, and we've also seen some folks just swing corners nonstop, roam the whole map, and win in 18 seconds.
If you're playing up against a bunch of people new to mobile games, or maybe they're new to Rainbow Six Siege in general, mobile or otherwise, and you are familiar with the maps and the operators, the best thing you can do is just be quick, because your opponents are still going to be figuring out, oh, what's this? What doorway is this? Where does this lead to? What does my gadget do? And you're already inside the bomb site killing people. So it doesn't surprise me to see that these more experienced players are taking advantage of the lack of experience of their opponents. But again, it does seem like these games are tightening up to the point you made earlier. And I imagine over the next hour and a half, it's going to continue to get tighter.
Yeah, I agree. I'm seeing a lot of folks actually run Jaeger utilizing his Magpie system.
He's good. The ADS system that he has is very strong, especially if nades and flashes are high in the meta, which I have to imagine a lot of these players will be running them. I mean, we saw Marley using those flashbangs really effectively. Jaeger's gadget immediately shuts down any throwable or projectile that is launched out by the attackers, and it regenerates over time. So the ADS system, the active defense system, Magpie system, as you refer to it as, it'll take out one grenade and then it recharges.
Yeah, central roof.
Some really nice aim there from Panda, and I think he's a little surprised as to where he died from, and guess what he died from? A single shot to the head. Sometimes, let me be honest with you, Garrett, sometimes with one shot headshot, sometimes the guy who's most accurate doesn't always win the duels because of it.
That's a really good point. Got to make sure that you actually isolate your 1v1s and don't show the tip of your head for just a brief second. Your demise.
That looks like Willie. Oh, okay. Willie is actually using touch controls. I don't know Spoit's familiarity with a controller. Admittedly, I thought he might use a controller, but instead he's just
even entered the site. Okay.
But it's okay.
I was using thermite thing.
We can take a listen to what Spoit has to say here. There'll be some knowledge coming through. Admittedly, only one player left that he has to deal with, and it's a thermite.
Only one.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. It's only one.
If he's up on that ledge on the roof, let me know.
Yeah, it's pushing me.
Oh, so he's inside still.
Oh, he's going in. He's going in.
That didn't kill him.
My exact thoughts.
Give me the year. Give me the year. I'm here.
There you go.
There it is.
I don't know if they've nerfed shotguns on mobile. Part of me wonders if they had, it would make a lot of sense, but we have seen a disproportionate amount of how is he not dead moments from the shotguns.
I didn't know that was
I will say on mobile, shotguns seem to have a lot of pick rate, a huge amount of efficacy because of their ability, obviously, with the spread to do a lot of damage quickly without having to be hyper accurate. So it's very friendly to some of more low skilled, aka me, players that end up playing on mobile. And so I do wonder if they reduce some of the damage in some of the shotguns to kind of balance that out.
Exactly. When you're winning, it's fun. When you're losing, it's not.
Exactly.
That's a golden rule right there. A mantra shared by many a gamer. Winning is fun, losing is not.
Yeah, that's why we didn't.
Man on your screen does not lose that often. Space.
Exactly, we already knew.
Very, very good at this game. See if he can showcase some of his skill right now, but they're all having a good time, which is exactly why we're here, right? This is obviously a competitive tournament, and we're tracking wins and all of that good stuff, but really just wanted to showcase what Rainbow Six Mobile is all about and have a good time doing it. So all of the creators seemingly definitely having fun, as Space barely misses some of those shots through, but looks like Icy's gonna pick that up.
I mean, look at the movement that we just saw on our screen. You're telling me this is somebody doing this with their fingers on a phone? It is crazy how good these mobile gamers are. And I know that there might be a portion of this audience who are not used to seeing mobile gaming, but I will even say, I don't watch a lot of mobile, but look at this movement from Space. It is bonkers that somebody is doing this on a touchscreen on their phone. It is so unbelievably impressive. And I mean, Space isn't the only one who's been impressive. There's been a lot of really good mechanical ability on our screens, but it serves as a reminder that it doesn't matter what medium you play video games on. There is skill expression to be had on a mouse and keyboard, on a controller, on a touchscreen. You might think, oh, it's just a mobile game. You pick up a phone and try to 1v1 Space and see how quickly you get humbled.
Oh, I love that shot. Levenho, a lot of the same. Very skilled player.
Ooh.
Long history, and well, my bad. Long history in the mobile content creation space. Unfortunately, again, with this game, one wrong peek, you didn't clear all of your angles. You have the tiniest of windows of opportunity, and Marley's able to capitalize on and picks up a drone as well. But unfortunately, yet again, another player back behind. Lobbies are getting a little bit more sweaty.
A little bit more. I mean, he should have known that there would be somebody on rappel right there. Marley, to his credit, taking this a lot more seriously than I suspected he might.
2v3?
I think it would be very different if he was playing against other these real teams. Like the fact that they're just playing Bomb Rush, I think Marley is going to take it seriously. But if it was like, say, his team versus Spoit's team, I could see him maybe joking around a little bit, maybe having a couple rounds where they go for knives or something along those lines. Marley has played in show matches before. He's quite familiar with how to have a good time playing Rainbow Six.
Hey, vibes are super important when it comes to these types of events, especially when you're playing for 3 hours straight.
I hear him.
Trying to rack up wins with your team. By the way, pulling some stats here for this space guy we've been hyping up, all right? Big content creator. I'm going to shout him out because he's definitely earned it. He's played over 1,200 rounds of Rainbow Six Mobile. Now, they can go quite quick, as you can see on your screen. Over 1,200 rounds with a 75% win rate. 74.4 to be exact. Guy doesn't lose often.
Oh, yeah, we're doing great, Martin. Just waiting for summertime, bro. Summertime is where my family thrives. I feel like we go camping, fishing. We're like outside 24/7. But yeah,
good vibes from Dab as well.
Just living for summer. Living for summer, you know? You and I likely in very different circumstances. You down in Tennessee, it's probably a little warm there. It is freezing rain here today up in the sunny beaches of Toronto, so
that's fun.
I'm living for summer too, Dab. I come alive. Drone phase is, the prep phase is shortened. Rounds are shortened as well. Rounds are 2 minutes and 30 seconds instead of the usual 3 minutes, and diffuse time is shortened.
Enemy bombs are
when you Google office chair, you see the chair that was just on your screen. That's the chair you see when you Google office chair.
That's exactly right. Pretty good drone spot, not get hit or not get found out rather. Like I said before too, having 2 drones be very valuable for getting intel. Maybe not quite as much in this mode, just with how fast it moves, but get that second drone once the action phase actually starts. So you keep your first alive by hiding it. Can be very valuable to swap between them.
Absolutely. I'll touch on that in just a second, but right now while we have Dab on your screen, Ash is likely one of the mascots of Rainbow Six Siege. It's, you know, that no brain, all aim Ash main is about the go-to here. To see that she has her breaching round as an underbarrel attachment is very different from the regular game. She has a standalone launcher in regular Rainbow Six Siege here on mobile. I think very similar to Hibana, it functions like Buck's skeleton key, where it is underbarrel. It's just a little bit quicker. It could be a cool change for the main game. I don't think Ash is in desperate need of a buff at this point in time, but it is just a little odd. No, Hibana is not. Hibana has her X-Kairos launcher as a separate gun. Jaeger down below, but he's swinging his way now through conference. Oh, and he gets out-dueled by Kith.
Oh my god.
That was really close. That was really close, Garrett.
I know. And honestly, some of these rounds that you end up having to win 2-1 rather than 2-0 probably are going to be the difference maker on whether you take the win in the overall tournament, because the faster you move in this event, the better. So the faster you can get your wins, the better. AKA, let's play less rounds. But we'll figure all that math out as we get closer to the end of the time. We still have plenty of time for these teams to start racking up wins and maybe cutting down the slow-paced gameplay that they started with. Now, speaking of slow-paced gameplay, this is a classic Bobbyism at this point.
I was going to say, I think every time we spectate him, he's right here on the deployable shield. He's just slowly moving backwards.
No, he wouldn't try that. He would.
I mean, this is smart. You are an anchor operator. He's playing Smoke. Smoke is one of the most valuable late-round operators in the game. You just saw him throw out his Toxic Babe or his gas canister, depending on how you want to call it. It's called a gas grenade, I suppose, here in Rainbow Six Mobile, but those gas canisters do damage to opponents. It blocks line of sight, but it also does damage. So if you're trying to plant a diffuser or you're trying to get through a single doorway, those gas canisters last a long time. It prevents you from taking the map control that you want and does damage in the process. In a mode like Bomb Rush, where it takes 2 seconds to get the diffuser planted, you're not going to find as much value, but it takes 7 seconds to get the diffuser down. In Rainbow Six Siege, those gas canisters last for about 10 to 15 seconds, so you can easily choke somebody off of that plant. He's an operator that gains more value the later into a round you go, and Bobby is playing that operator exactly as you need to. Anchor down a part of the map, sit there and wait, let the attackers come to you and punish them in the closing moments of the round.
Another great breakdown by Intero about the efficacy of each of these operators, and they all have very unique abilities. It's one of the most important things I think about this game is how to use your operator correctly and use all the utility that they have, because there's so much utility from those breaching launchers to smokes and everything in between. So we'll keep calling those out where we see them.
Every time I see a roaming smoke, I just, my eyes glaze over with rage. It can work. It absolutely can. It's so suboptimal most of the time that just play safe, just play smart. Did he just melee his way in instead of using the sledgehammer?
Yeah, I was about to say, not using the sledgehammer is one way to play.
I mean, his name is Sledge for good reason.
Yep.
They named a hammer after him, for crying out loud. Probably one of the most basic operators that exists in Rainbow Six Siege. The Scottish attacker has access to a giant hammer that also happens to be the biggest trophy in our esport every year. The Six Invitational, which just transpired in Paris, awards the hammer. You win the hammer, you get to lift the hammer. It is designed to look exactly like Sledge's. Great for soft destruction. You can smash open floors, smash open walls. You can even use it to bonk your opponents if you get close enough.
Despite not using the sledgehammer there, they do pick up another win, so congrats to them.
Is it stupid if it works? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, it's quick, it's easy, it's less button pushing. I mean, that's, or places on your mobile device pushing, I suppose. It's definitely quick, but we'll take a look at Viper's strike here with Sanity back on your screen, and unfortunately missing his shots, but does have quite a bit of intel and is just going to run a gun. Let's roam outside and get slammed, unfortunately, because that's what can happen. Space gets the cleanup, though.
I will say credit to them for not being outside as frequently as they need to be, but
No, we're good.
You run outside, you get detected. A bit of a change from the earlier games where, again, we didn't expect them to be as competitive. So if you're a defender, you can run outside, you give your opponent wall hacks, but if you are a better aimer, it doesn't matter.
I think you got it.
There was confidence there from a lot of these defenders that they would be able to just simply overpower their opponents, and I think for good reason, but oh my, this is an ego play. They make it work and they win the round off of it. All right. This Viper Strike team has been near the top of the standings all day, and I mean, I don't even know what's going to slow them down. And there's just no weaknesses on this team.
Not too bad.
Yeah, agreed. Even when they get cut down early, maybe lose first blood, they still are able to 1v multiple the entire map. I mean, Space is picking up at least a double kill every game, so
yeah,
picking up all the slack of any potential weaknesses that could be caused by somebody playing too aggressive. I think the only thing that could actually get in the way of this team is that the lobbies get harder and harder, and their ego gets in the way, and they play too aggressive with the roams and get outside too much on the defensive side, so it might slow them down a little bit, but I doubt it.
No, I think that's a great point. There are a lot of times where you beat yourself in this game. I'll go back to what I said about defenders defending. The amount of times that I, over the last decade of playing Rainbow Six, have had a teammate in a 1v1 situation where all you need to do is just hide. Just hide. There are 5 seconds left in the round. Stay alive and we win the round. And then the guy just goes, it's fun to get kills, and just goes running after somebody and loses. And you're like, what are you doing? Just hide, please, I beg you. But for some, glory is more important than victory. Again, your ego can easily be the 6th man on your opponent's squad.
Oh my gosh.
This is a slaughter.
Yeah,
a minute into the round, and it is just their opponents are cannon fodder at this point. Yeah, we're in, we're out.
Back of the goal, baby. Nice and easy. Another win. We're not playing hockey, but we're having a dang good time. There's no question about it.
I mean, he even called it a power play earlier, and I think that fit quite well.
That's right.
And then we should be good. Gonna go for that window, both?
Yeah, about.
I got him. Oh, there's one more behind the scene. Nice, Parker, good job.
Only one enemy left.
Good grief.
Okay, nice, good job.
Speaking of moving quick.
This is foul.
Somebody is trying this game out for the. We're promoting this. Rainbow Six Mobile is incredible. We're promoting the game. People are from the stream loading up the game for the very first time and just happen to be in these lobbies. And they're like, I haven't learned anything yet. Let me try again against not Nighthaven. Thoughts?
Yeah, both Viper Strike and Nighthaven are having terrifically good games.
You know,
Yeah, but like
we'll see the stand. Well, I'm interested to see what happens when the standings come back up. I mean, hopefully Wolfguard. I think it was Wolfguard had a bit of a lag with some reporting, but
Since we had the same bomb site, I wonder.
hopefully they've been able to fix that. But I mean, I am really curious to see if a team remains even perfect.
Oh, you already know.
Because in traditional sports and in esports, it gets to a point where your fate is ultimately out of your hands, right? If you're enough games back, you just have to hope that your opponents lose.
Yep.
When you look at the top two teams being perfect in their efficiency, not dropping a single round, I don't know how much faith you can put in your opponents dropping the ball.
Hopefully your queue times are faster. Like, I don't know. It's still out of your hands. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Well, we've lost patience. Let's get aggressive.
Yeah. Just go outside. Just get kills. Why not?
Everyone went main door. Main door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Parker, behind you then. I think that one went.
I can't get over hearing my own name.
Yeah, I know.
Main door. Main lobby.
I will say, to your credit, it's a good name. So congrats to you both.
Thank you.
Parker's a classic, a good one, a strong name. It's great.
Shout out to my mother for choosing to name me this. My dad was along for the ride. Like but he wanted. I think my dad wanted to call me Michael, and my mom was like, absolutely not. Apology to Michaels out there.
Yeah, I think I like Parker over Michael. It's maybe a thin margin, but I like it.
I'll take it. A win's a win. You know.
Yeah, I'll go second floor. You guys coordinate with the shows. I'm gonna go.
I have noticed that one big thing that is different from this game than from the console and PC versions is the lack of vertical play. So a lot of floors are hard surfaces. You cannot shoot through them. You cannot sledge through them. That's a great shot by Vig. Wow.
Maybe peek out. Maybe he'll peek.
But there's a lot less verticality, which again, I guess makes sense. You want it to be more linear. You want them to take engagements directly on. So you've gotten rid of some of the hatches. You've gotten rid of some of the soft destruction. It makes sense. We're also at the halfway point.
One idiot, bro.
Yeah, big shout out. We're halfway through this competition somehow. It's gone by very, very fast. I think to your credit, or to your point rather, as well as, unfortunately, Al goes down pretty early. Should get a trade here, but the other, I think, thing to that maybe could be the question around field of view. How wide is your field of view on mobile versus some of PC? You still get pretty good visibility, but
that's better.
Slightly reduced maybe field of view is one of the other reasons. Playing a little bit more linearly, but.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for people playing a shorter field of view or a narrower field of view. Others will be playing stretched res. Depends on the resolution you want to play at, whether you play at 16:9, 16:10, 4:3. Obviously, those options are available for people. I don't believe that same level of customization is here on mobile just because of the way the game has been made, and it stands to reason that that wouldn't be the case, but...
Oh, my left? Oh, you can jump on it?
Yeah.
It also depends on your device, but...
Yeah.
Nice win yet again. Continue to learn, it sounds like, of some of our experts describing which walls can and can't be destroyed and how, which is some stuff we've been talking quite a bit about. Speaking of learning, okay? And Tara, you've been a great teacher today for everybody at home.
You flatter me.
Rainbow Six. It's been really, really strong. Another big point of conversation that this game does maybe a little bit different than others is the revive system. How do the revives work? Because you can get knocked, right? You can go down and crawl around, but you can only get picked up once, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so if you're an attacker and it's not enough damage to get you right away, you'll get what's called down but not out. DBNO is the status, where you'll see like a little health bar. It'll be like a little circle with a little plus, the typical HP or whatever safe aid you want to call it image that everybody uses. If you're a defender and you pick up Rook's armor, and Rook is in this game, he's not one of the 5 operators being played right now by the defenders, but it's he's available. Basically what happens is you get knocked and then you can get picked back up, and there is a timer. You will bleed out if they do not get you in time, but you can still crawl around and you can still give information too. That's the other thing. While you are knocked, you are still able to help your teammates by telling them where the opponents are. Garrett, this is a bit interesting. I think Viper Strike are in a bit of trouble. Is this the first round that we've seen Viper Strike actually drop?
Yeah, they've lost a round and a potential to lose the entire map if they lose this round. Reminder, it's just the best of 3. First 2 wins, and we're in trouble. Space, unfortunately, taking a decent bit of damage. Their armor looking quite weak, but does get the cleanup. That's that knock condition we were just talking about.
Down,
he was down, but he was not out. Now he is out, and Capkin will join him. So they're staying alive. They've dropped around.
Good call on that.
I would be shocked if we managed to go all the way through this creator showdown with a team being perfect. 3 hours of not losing a single round. That's something else.
Yeah, if it's not Viper Strike, who is it going to be? Maybe Night Haven. I don't know. Technically, we'll have to take a look at their scores. Either way you look at it, though, if you can go perfect on maps, that's still a very impressive feat, even with the skills and the chemistry that some of these teams are putting together here on main stage. But yeah, not perfect anymore.
I prefer Smoke. I think Smoke is broken in this game, to be honest. I think Mid's good, but I think Smoke is just like insane.
I'm in now.
It's because one of them's playing on an iPhone 4.
Just hearing how they strategize. The beautiful thing is that we can hear team comms.
But what's wrong with iPhone 4s, bro?
Imagine the viewers in the
Sometimes where, as casters, we just need to step back because there's nothing they can really learn from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
bro,
it's
2011.
Let's see.
I'd say
right now they're talking about what type of devices can run this game, and frankly, it is quite a wide variety of devices. You don't have to have like the most perfectly optimized device in the world to still be able to run the game, which is honestly one of the biggest factors on success of games like this. So big shout out to the team behind the scenes for optimizing where they can, even for lower end devices. But obviously, if you are somebody like Winsanity or Content Creator, you're gonna be running on the super max, if you will, of any devices out there, as Chaco does get cut down and trade ones out, but down but not out. Needs to make sure they get those cleaned up before the revive comes through. And oh, hello.
Yeah, one more lobby.
That Skylight Rappel has been seen before. Maybe not to the main floor. Usually that is a fight space should have won. I'm sure he's going to want that one back, but
Yeah, another one to your right.
Chaco was playing on the, I'm assuming it was an iPad, a giant tablet in front of him. Looked like he was trying to order something at one of those restaurants where they don't have servers. They just hand you a computer and you do most of the work yourself. I will say about devices, I actually just upgraded phones. I was rocking a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra for like 5 years. And it would get hot playing very simple mobile games. So I imagine trying to play this game on it, my phone would blow up. I just upgraded to a Pixel, and I gotta say, it handles this like nobody's business. It's great. So if you've got a relatively new phone, my phone doesn't get hot, it handles it well, and I am amazed at how good mobile games look these days. It is absurd to think of how far we've come.
Yeah, totally agree, man. And yeah, I'm playing on the opposite side. I'm playing on the iPhone. It's been fantastic and no overheating issues. Quick look at the replays, by the way. Some fun moments. Obviously, Winsanity showcasing some of his skills, which is great. But all of our creators doing the same. Savu picking up double kills. And again, this is one of the reasons our teams have been winning so often, is that most of our creators are able to win 1v multiple situations on this title. They are that skilled. It is what it is. And even Bobby Plays can get a little aggro, not hide behind his shields, get aggressive and get some kills.
Again, it's just it really just comes back to, if you're watching this and you've never really watched any type of mobile competition, these are extremely talented players. These are extremely experienced players. Some of them, Garrett has mentioned, are at the top of their respective games, and it shouldn't really surprise you with how well they're doing. If you were to watch, say, like me play Rainbow Six Mobile, it would be a gruesome affair. It would look nothing like this. So don't. And if you try to play it, you're probably not going to look like this either. So don't be a little, don't lose spirit. Don't lose hope.
Definitely a learning curve in the game and playing on mobile, but certainly worth the time. It is a lot of fun to watch, and it has been a blast as far. We're over halfway done already, which is crazy to say. We've been moving through very quickly. So I want to remind you now, are you not convinced yet? What's going on? It's time to download the game, folks. Go get your hands on Rainbow Six Mobile right now for free on iOS or Android Google Play Store. You can head over to the app stores by scanning the QR code on your screen, or just head over to the app stores yourselves. You can screenshot this. I'll give you a smile. Boom. And then you can hit that QR code as well if you're on a mobile device, so you don't have to have multiple devices open to scan a QR code. Makes it nice and easy for you folks. Get your hands on the game. It is a lot of fun, and make sure you drop a follow on all major socials as well. You can see them all down below, all those amazing icons, because there's a ton of things coming to Rainbow Six Mobile, not only from new operators right around the corner, but they're always talking about things that maybe asking for feedback from you. What do you think about the game? Go drop a follow on all major socials. Maybe drop a follow wherever you're watching watching as well, because there's a lot going on with this title you're not going to want to miss. Let's take a look at the scores, though, with over halfway done in the competition, which means looking at the scores, how close is it truly? So far, so good for the teams at the top. Viper Strike, Nighthaven, and Taro. Everybody else starting to lag behind.
Yeah, they're just not getting games in fast enough. Again, we say this based on the information we have. It is incumbent upon the teams to self-report their scores. So maybe Wolfguard, maybe Red Hammer, maybe they've played more games, they just haven't gotten around to it yet. Viper Strike, no longer flawless. Same with Nighthaven. Both of these teams have dropped at minimum 1 round. But Ghost Eyes and Wolfguard are still undefeated. Will that change as we start to see the volume of games increase? Again, I kind of think so. I would be shocked if we managed to go through this entire showdown with a team remaining undefeated. And defeat just means losing a single round. It doesn't even mean losing a game. It just means losing a round. Red Hammer's not been very efficient. They should be at a plus 24, so they're at a plus 17. So Red Hammer's having some struggles. But beyond that, all of these teams doing a very good job of keeping themselves in this round by round. And of course, Viper Strike and Nighthaven just a cut above at the moment, but still about an hour and 15 minutes to go before we crown a champion.
Yeah, I may have to start talking about some of those tiebreakers soon. It is very close at the top. We'll see. But folks, we've got a giveaway for you. Like I said, we've got
whose team is Viper Strike? Taco, Space, Errative, Icy, and Insanity. The best team.
Scan that QR code to get to the site and type in these codes ASAP. It is a one-time use, but we've got more coming towards the end of the broadcast, and we're somehow already moving that way over halfway and right back into the match this year, Taro.
That's pretty good.
It's kind of sick. Not win. It's the clean tag.
Just can't get over how all the guns look so different. I mean, if you, I'm not entirely certain your tenure with a specific game, but having just watched Rainbow Six for 10 straight years now, seeing an operator with a gun that looks different just does something to my brain where it disconnects for but a second.
Yeah, that's exactly
it will
right.
take some getting used. Like, this is what the UMP looks like. Like, I've seen that UMP model in other games, but that's not how the UMP looks in Rainbow Six. What game am I watching? And then you realize, it's actually the same game. It's just, it's a new game.
Yeah, there's a bunch of skins already in the game too for a lot of the different weapons. You can get them through the battle pass. There's kind of like a free battle pass and then also one that you can purchase as well. Some fun stuff in there. You actually can get an operator from the battle pass right now. I believe it's Demos that can be added into your Demos. Yeah, he can be added into your operator pool right now through the battle pass. And then if you don't want to pick up the battle pass now, will eventually be free to play as well in the next season, I'm told. So fun stuff there.
You are not alone. I still mispronounce operator names from time to time, and there now and again there are operators who I'll look at and I'll be like, how on earth am I supposed to say this? A good one is Aurora. She's a Maori operator from New Zealand, and I just look at it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I pronounced your name 4 different times in the span of a single broadcast.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun watching the creators also do a lot of those hula hooping, jumping. That's not a thing, but it is now because they do the same thing. They're like, yes, we've got Jaeger now that I'm playing with. I'm like, no, not quite, but hey, close enough.
I don't know how. Okay, just
the skins have been getting a very positive reception, and I'm glad that you mentioned them because when Ubisoft has made other games, another Rainbow Six game that was made semi-recently was Rainbow Six Extraction. So it was a PvE shooter that was made that was an offshoot of a game mode in Rainbow Six Siege called Outbreak. The skins were incredible, but the thing was that it was a PvE game, so a lot of Rainbow Six players were like, we want these skins in game, we want these skins in game. The problem is those skins are not exactly balanced for competitive play. So in a game like Rainbow Six Mobile, you know that it's competitive. You know it's already balanced. You can very easily just bring those skins into Rainbow Six Siege as is from mobile. The skin team across all of Rainbow Six has always been very, very good. And I'm glad as well that you mentioned the fact that, watch out for that Capcan trap look. Oh no! And you walked into a frost mat. Bella, no! Oh no! Parker was standing right behind, just watching this happen, and he falls into the same trap. No! Oh my goodness, what a mess! I was gonna compliment Ubisoft for how long they tend to support these games. Rainbow Six Siege would not even exist. There would be no Rainbow Six Mobile if it wasn't for some of the early guys like Alex Remier, Xavier, some of the earlier guys that worked on this game believing in Rainbow Six, because this game, when it launched back in 2015, was considered by many to be dead on arrival, and yet the team at Ubisoft persisted. They kept with it, and now it is one of the most popular and most played first-person shooters on the market. Ubisoft has a great track record of supporting games that have success behind them, and even some games that haven't. They're still supporting a game like For Honor. It still has a dedicated community. The Division is still getting updates as well. Credit to Ubisoft for that. So if you do play Rainbow Six Mobile, it would not surprise me to see them stick around supporting this game for quite some time, as is the case with a lot of Ubisoft titles.
I totally agree. It's been really fun to see already the success that Rainbow Six Mobile's been able to see, with the public opinion being overwhelmingly positive. But you're right, obviously, Rainbow Six Siege has been such a mainstay, not only in esports, but also just gaming in general. I'm sure we'll see the same here with mobile. Now, the team on screen, Nighthaven, actually may be in a bit of trouble. Another dropped round from Nighthaven. A big burden of responsibility to win this round.
This is you gotta figure out where your frost mats go. Do or die for this Nighthaven team. Them and Viper Strike are the two squads that have been leading the way in our standings, and very experienced and very talented players on those rosters. But I mean, you're in for a fight of your life. Parker with the vault out, finding one. Hip firing in Rainbow Six is not ideal, and a lot of these players are used to FPS games where you can hip fire and it's just as accurate as if you're aiming down sights. Rainbow Six is not that game, friends. You need to be ADSing or your bullets are going to the other maps. Also saw how important those default cams were just a second there. Garrett and Vega is going to capitalize off of that, getting almost all of them in the process.
Damn. When you
He's got the
stop,
Dokkaebi in his sights. My goodness.
He's got to stop and reload both guns in order to win the round. Good grief. Wipes the whole lobby and even more, too, with a couple shots missed. Great win overall. Vega getting aggressive pays off.
I love what we're seeing from these teams. That was Summit again, one of the maps. There's two maps that we were going to see originally, which is Restaurant and Summit. They are in Rainbow Six Mobile. They are not in Rainbow Six Siege.
Good stuff.
Maybe one day they will be brought to the main game. It's hard to say. I have to imagine there will be some crossover support here. If it works in Rainbow Six Mobile, I don't imagine there's too much to tailor it to regular Rainbow Six Siege, but you never know.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I don't think Restaurant is included. Somebody could
It's not. Restaurant's not in this game mode, no, but it is in regular Rainbow Six Mobile, just not in Bomb Rush.
Please. Oh my god, that would be actually like, that'd be crazy.
Armor on the floor. It could come down to the last game. They're actually right. One dropped map, one dropped round could be the difference maker in you being the champion or not. Still very close, but so far pretty solid. And again, I don't think anybody's really been perfect, so it'll be fun to see if anybody can clean up the rest of this lobby. Again, we're just a little over an hour left in the broadcast here. All of our creators, by the way, we said this at the top of the show, all of our creators, folks, are currently streaming. So if you're hanging out here in the official broadcast with Taro and I, then fantastic. Thanks for being here. Feel free to hang out with us. We got more giveaways coming, but all 25 of our creators are also streaming. So if you've got your favorite creator playing in this competition, you can take a look at their channels. They've been streaming Rainbow Six Mobile. They've been playing Rainbow Six Mobile on the side. They've been practicing with their teams. Some really fun stuff on their channels. You can take a look at some of the videos they put out. I've actually watched, by the way, some really good Rainbow Six Mobile videos as well. Big shout out to Noah Sunday, one of our creators. He's got a great beginner's guide. A lot of our creators have put up beginner's guide to the game as everybody's trying to learn the title.
No, I'm not.
If you want to learn more, besides just listening to myself and Taro kind of explain it all, definitely check out all of our creators.
Another one?
All of their beginner guides. Great resource, as does look like Space is going to continue to put on a show for us. Let's listen into the comms of this team and see how it's all going.
I'm gonna interrogate him.
Nice.
Nice try, baby.
You
Nice
good,
try, baby.
Oh, no. Run him down. Don't worry, I'll jump out.
One's by Choco outside.
He's tagged.
Yeah, I'm running down.
Oh my
Go quickly.
goodness.
Go quickly.
Yeah, this is great.
Go quickly.
I love it.
You've got wall hacks. You need to use them.
Slow and steady wins the race most of the time, not always.
Never mind, I'm tripping. Wait, he was
It's just
outside.
me. I didn't see him on the interrogation thing.
I mean, I'm gonna run out, and if he kills me, we'll know where he is.
the ceiling.
Freaking Spider-Man, bro. What is that?
Dude.
What are they doing?
Nice clean. Another 2-0 from the Viper Strike team. Still looking solid.
No. This is
Alright,
quick
buddy.
matches, bro. This is the lowest elo possible. I don't know why they have us playing quick matches.
I'm gonna be holding the look.
Trying to get in as many games as possible. That's the reason.
Yeah, what do you mean? I don't know why we're playing quick matches. That's the whole purpose behind the event.
Space wants to sweat, man. He wants to play as competitive as humanly possible. He's the guy that's already got over almost 1,300 rounds played now, from what I can tell.
You ready, Parker? Yeah. Nice, good job, Parker.
Thank you.
Other one though.
Oh, he's not talking about me. I'm not on the team.
We only got 2 on our side.
I mean, we've now arrived back at the same position we were in 2 hours ago, where you have no fear. Just run out of the building.
Yes,
Dare them to engage with you head on. That's that skin right now on that secondary is the Black Ice skin, one of the most highly coveted skins in all of Rainbow Six. It
that's what I'm
launched with the first season, which was affectionately titled Black Ice.
brother.
A nice nod to the Canadian roots of this game. Of course, Rainbow Six Siege, developed by the Ubisoft Montreal teams, and the first 2 operators were Buck, who's French-Canadian, and then Frost, who's not French-Canadian. And of course, the Black Ice skin has the maple leaf on it, so it's a nice nod to the Canadian heritage and roots of this series and this game.
I'm just gonna check one of them. Whatever.
They just added a bunch of new Black Ice skins, but they're not Black Ice now. They're like red and green and pink, and they look funky, but they look good.
Definitely Black Ice denotes a certain color, I suppose.
Yeah.
Another win under the belt of our Red Hammer team. Yeah, I will say, speaking of strategy, I know this is a fun event. It's definitely competitive, but showcasing everything that Rainbow Six Mobile has to offer. I suppose one good strategy that some of these teams are showing, not this team, they're still fighting inside the building now, but as a defense, why not just run outside, tell all of the attackers where you are, attract them all your direction, and then kill them all. That's definitely a fast way to end the round. In terms of strategy for the competition, as long as you win your gunfights, that might be the fastest way to get through the games quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, there's an objective to be done, but who really cares about the objective if you just kill your opponents?
First time sub, can we get a doobly in the stream?
Doobly in the stream, please. Yeah, for sure. Listen to Rasco, everybody.
You're in a sponsor tournament, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate W's in the chat. Wait, chat, solo queue to champ? You think? I think it would be I haven't done one in ages. I've just thought about that.
Unrolling razor wire. He's got the Rainbow Six itch. He's got the Rainbow Six itch. He wants to grind all the way to the top.
I love it. I'm in. I'd tune into the stream, folks. Be a good time. All right, showing us some of our wire going down, our magpies going down. We talked about these earlier. Really nice if some of your opponents start throwing those throwable utility in. Stop those on the way in.
Also, I think
some intel as well.
I might just lock in and do the 24-hour as well. I ain't playing the tourney, that's why I'm being bad streamer.
He's locked. You gotta be locked in when you're playing in a tournament. Come on.
Well, I mean, they're playing for keeps here. They're playing for glory. They want to be the best.
That's right.
I don't blame them. This is a new frontier for some of these players. Think about it. Like Rasco, Meaty, Marley, Spoit. They don't usually play mobile games. So this is an opportunity for them to show to their audiences that they can hang in more than just one environment.
Nice. Is that double injure? Come on, Sev.
Oh shit. Reloading, cover me. As our production team is saying in the background, by the way, you can't hear it on stream, but we can. Being the first official Rainbow Six Mobile tournament champion, there's only one first, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot on the line here. I mean, ego aside, that title, that could change everything.
Enemy spotted a friendly. Just one enemy left. Bring it on home, team.
Another small change is just hearing the announcer in-game's voice being different.
Is he outside?
From the game I'm so used to playing is just, it trips me up. It's nice. It's just, it's an adjust. Oh, you found him.
So somebody was in their settings. You know what I mean? Somebody was in their somebody was changing their HUD. First time player. We're getting everything fixed mid game. It's fine. Spray and pray. Not a bullet fired opposite.
Hey, what is that window?
Incredible.
You guys are just shooting that one. I'm not too sure if you guys are. I'm watching roof. Oh, hey, wait, one roof on top of office hatch. Bella, right on top, on my live ping, all right? Yeah. He's still there, being a weirdo. Nice, good shot.
Nice shots from Bella over the top. Pick up one for the roof to make it nice and easy. 4v1 to finish things off yet again. Nice and free round win.
It was kitchen, was it?
Yeah, he was kitchen hallway.
60 seconds left.
Again, just outside the building. So unconventional to see this, but if it's a strategy that works, again, why not? 1 minute left. Ash on the attacking team is saving KD at the moment.
Second roof now. Right above you, Bella, going inside this room right now. On this window, he's like looking at it. Bella, right above you, he's not looking at you.
There they go. They got him done.
Nice. Good comms.
A position that is often referred to as highway in game, or, well, I mean, there's specific comms for it, but
bedroom window, quick double.
Okay.
And then the single one next.
The voice doesn't match the face. I think that's what I've come down to here, Garrett. I think that's what it is that the face looks like it should sound like a small, like, boy in like a Pixar movie, right?
That's
but
right.
the voice is deep and bellowing.
I knew for a fact, I can't see your face, a little peek behind the curtain here. I can't see your face in the production room here. I knew for a fact your gears were turning on what was happening. You heard the voice, saw the face, and we're like, wait a minute. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Parker the Slayer, fantastic content creator. I said this just a moment ago, folks. I do want to remind you, all of our content creators are streaming. That's how we're watching their perspectives, so definitely go check out their streams. I'm sure if you look up any of these creators, you might even be surprised, if you don't know them, of how massive they are. Some truly gigantic content creators and stalwarts in the mobile space and PC space for Rainbow Six or otherwise. So really fun stuff today to bring everybody together. A nice community event.
Holy. Yeah, it's great to be able to show off people who help, you know, outside. Oh,
nice, good kill.
Okay.
Good morning.
It's the freest kill alive. It's always good to show off the people who help keep the game alive, right? Streamers are entertainers at their core, but they're also advertisers, really. If you really like a gamer and you like their content, you're going to trust their opinion, right? Like I, for example, I'm not the kind of guy on a broadcast who's gonna fluff up a game that I don't like. I will be very muted in my praise. I think integrity is important, and I know that a lot of content creators are in a very similar boat, right? So when you hear somebody say like, oh, Rainbow Six Siege is actually a lot of fun on mobile, you can take their words to the bank, and you know that they're not just saying it because a check got deposited in their bank account, for example.
No, that's a great shot. One of the things I'm hearing from a lot of our creators too is that there's just nothing title like this on mobile as well. The amount of strategic gameplay, tactical gameplay is kind of the buzzword oftentimes used. It's something that is very different about Rainbow Six Mobile comparatively to other mobile titles. It's just how strategic, how tactical you can make the game. Now today, as we beat down our enemies and sprint outside and out-frag our opponents and race against the clock, may not seem quite as tactical as it can be when the games start to get very difficult, but Icy making it look very easy. Regardless, though, there's not really a competitor in the space that's similar to this title, and that makes it very unique and very fun to play, I'd say, for a lot of our mobile players.
Yeah, I mean, Rainbow Six is I don't want to say the most unique first-person shooter on the market, because frankly I don't know every single first-person shooter, but it's got to be one of the most unique. There's no 2 rounds of Siege that play out the same, whether you're playing on PC, whether you're playing on console, whether you're playing here on mobile. The operators that you bring, the bomb sites that you're attacking, the bomb sites that you're defending, the maps you're playing on, the destruction that is offered from both a vertical and a horizontal point of view. the game is different every single time you go about it. And that's what makes this game so addicting and also so refreshing. You know, every round is different. There's a thrill every time you load in. You have no idea what you're going to come up against. And it makes the replay value of this game so insanely high. We're seeing it on mobile. You know, obviously mobile we don't know that much about because it is a new title. It just launched a couple weeks ago. I think it's a week and a half ago at this point. But even the way that these players are going about attacking these maps, whether they're roaming, whether they're anchoring, what operator lineups they're bringing, it changes every single round. And it's great because there are a lot of games that once you've seen it a few times, you've seen it all. Rainbow Six is not that game.
Yeah, I was about to say the gameplay loop can be so different, even just with the teammates or players on the opposite side. Your opposition plays so differently, whether you're playing at a tournament or playing casually, playing on your way to work, playing on your way back from school on the bus.
Yep,
you can do it all. A lot of fun.
You're lying in bed next to your wife, who's probably like go to sleep, and you're
with
like
the audio off.
Daddy's got a frag. Okay, so
listen, you said it better than I could have, even though I'm the example that you're giving. I was fragging for a moment until I couldn't hear the person swing the corner on me with the shotgun because I'm playing with no audio, so I don't wake up my wife up. So, you know, you can do it all. You can do it too.
Look, shooter's got to shoot, but happy wife, happy life, and that's really all you need.
So true. Quick look at the timer, by the way. This is a 3-hour timed win race, and we're gonna watch the clock. It feels like New Year's. We're gonna watch the clock tick down to sub 1 hour away from our win race ending. No more wins after it will count. You have to complete your last game within this timer. This is a very important part of the game, is how many wins can you fit within our 3-hour timer. And in our last hour, now that it has started, it is a race against the clock and our opponents to win the game as fast as possible. Gotta go 2-0.
I mean, yeah, right there.
You guys can play.
This Wolfguard team has really been lagging behind in regards to the standings. They are obviously immensely talented, and we've seen them doing very, very well. I do think despite the fact that they played fewer games, they were still undefeated, but we will have to check in with our scores when that is available to us.
All right, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I
got a timer check in about 5 minutes or so.
Be like, there's got to be, if they do go undefeated, there's got to be some sort of like secondary award we can give them for being the most efficient team when they're in game, even if they're not the most efficient team between games. If getting into the lobbies quickly, still going perfect would be nice.
You did really well, but not well enough award.
Yeah,
I think is what we got to give them at that point. You know, you were more efficient than everybody. You just weren't fast enough.
That's right.
But I'm at plat. It just takes so long to get to the top rank.
I love just as a small like Rainbow Six note here, and I'm gonna get called a nerd by people in chat. I remember the early Rainbow Six games, your Rogue Spears, your Raven Shields, etc. The way that the reticle, the way that the optics looked, they had like these circular kind of red glassy appearance to them.
Wait, hold on.
Rainbow Six optics have not looked like that for quite some time, but they are back on mobile. The pistol that was just being used by Panda looked that way. Now you can see the same thing here. Before, he just aimed down sights.
Yeah.
It is nice to see something that reminds me of a Rainbow Six game I played quite literally 20 years ago. So it's nice to see that familiarity back in the game.
Yeah, this isn't the first time you said that too, talking about some of the maps or some of the utility or the way they're designed.
Yeah.
Weapons, skins, like very cool to see kind of a nod to the predecessor that is the PC game and some of the history that it has even in mobile. Very fun kind of overlap and correlation.
Yeah, I mean, Rainbow Six Siege just kind of existed all on its own, right? You had like the Ding Chavez like style of Rainbow Six. He was like the main guy way back when on the old Rainbow Six games. Then obviously you had the Rainbow Six Vegas side of things, where it almost like completely departed from the original Rainbow Six. Then of course you kind of came back to its roots a little bit with Rainbow Six Siege, but even Rainbow Six Siege has gone through a bit of different identities over the years. Now with them announcing that the Calypso map is coming back to the PC and console version of Rainbow Six Siege, it's like they're embracing the old Rainbow. And you can see some of that here on mobile too. And it's really nice when all of the identities of Rainbow kind of converge at the same time. So whether it's on mobile, whether it's on PC, whether it's on console, whether it's the mobile game, whether it's the Rainbow Six Siege game, whether it's Extraction, it's nice to be able to embrace ideas that helped build Rainbow Six throughout the years. And, you know, this is a series that is multi-decades old at this point. Rainbow Six Siege just celebrated its 10th year, and obviously mobile will hopefully have many years to celebrate as well. So
that's a really good shout. A lot of fun history in this title, and I think a lot of folks, which is crazy to say, but I bet a lot of folks that are playing mobile maybe for the first time, maybe you're trying out Rainbow Six in general for the first time. It's such a cool, you know, note of a game that has so much history. But maybe we're getting a bunch of new players that are trying out the title in general because it came to mobile. It's just a lot more accessible for a lot of folks that almost everybody has a mobile device in their hand that can run the game, and therefore, boom, an even wider net of folks that can try out Rainbow Six. And Rainbow Six Mobile is a great place to get started too.
You know what one of my favorite words in the entire language is?
What's that?
Free, which is what Rainbow Six Mobile is. So
right.
there's no barrier to entry. Download it, try it. If you don't like it, it doesn't cost you a thing, but I suspect people will enjoy it because, again, I never really thought I would play a shooting game on mobile. I installed Rainbow Six Mobile because, you know, I'm in the ecosystem and I thought, I'll see how it goes. And I've been having a good time. I've been enjoying watching it, and the game is very fluid for something that you're playing on a phone. I never thought I'd see the day, and yet here we are.
Here we are indeed.
Oh, he was laying down behind the statue. So you're right. Who's
nice little play from his opponent that even calmed wasn't immediately acted upon. Almost picked up a two-piece there, but
that's a rat spot.
That's nice.
That's a rat spot.
I will say that's another kind of unique thing about Rainbow Six is that you can go prone, but actually lie on your back. It's not always the case in a lot of other titles. So fun way to kind of play the corner there.
Stream sniped, like definitely stream sniped.
More accusations of stream sniping. Shamelessness, Garrett.
I love it. Let's take a look back at some of the replays from the last hour or so. There's certainly some fun highlights, especially as we left the building or even slow-peaked corners outside the building. If you're Choco Taco, stream sniping or otherwise, a nice pickup there from Choco and Marley and others. Rasco, all of our PC creators actually showcasing quite a bit of skill, whether it's controller, touchpad, whatever it looks like. Everybody's playing fantastic and flying through the competition right now. Winsanity showing us why he's one of the best mobile gamers out there. Bella Fox the same. Great shots from everybody. And so far, a lot of wins and not a lot of losses, Intero.
Coming flank, yeah.
No, I mean, these guys have been doing a great job. These guys and gals, in fact, because we do.
That's right.
We do have quite a diverse group of people that are playing these games. And, you know, again, mobile games are great. There's a very little barrier to entry. Do you have a phone? Do you have free time? You don't even need money. You just need a phone and an internet connection. Download the game, try it yourself, and you'll learn very quickly. You might get farmed like a bot when you install this game for the first time because Rainbow Six Siege is a notoriously difficult game on any platform. But again, there is a reward at the end of it. Once you start to get good at Siege, you're going to feel like a god.
That's right. Rainbow Six Mobile, folks. Check it out. Let's take a look at our scores, though, as we are now well past the last hour mark. It's time to get into the nitty gritty. How are we looking? We finally have a clear leader in wins. Nighthaven ahead now by one singular game, but the round number is the same, which is interesting because that means Viper Strike could theoretically pull away if they can speed things up a little bit here in Terra.
Yeah, and I mean, just again, being the math guy here, breaking my rule of doing math on broadcast, both Wolfguard and Ghost Eyes are perfect. They've yet to drop a single round. Viper Strike has dropped 1 round, 3 rounds dropped by Nighthaven. So, you know, again, efficiency is important. This is the time where you need to start getting games in, right? Wolfguard obviously quite a ways behind. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick up the pace. They are 7 victories back. That is a tough one. But again, if you start to strategize and you're playing for fun or you're playing more competitively, this is where your fate is kind of out of your hands. You've got less than an hour to go. You need your opponents to start losing. And with the way teams like Viper Strike and Night Haven have been, I don't know if we're going to see them lose. They've just been really, really good this whole day.
Yeah, it feels like a race at the top for sure. Out of our 5 teams, 2 are starting to pull away. But one mistake could change everything. You never know. We'll keep our eyes on the prize here with about 50 minutes left. As Vig, yet again, sprints around the outside of the map looking for any kills he can get his hands on.
Nice, Sono. Good job.
One on staircase, one on back stair.
Staircase, okay. Nice. Oh, good job.
Oh, nice shot by Bella.
That was good.
Yeah, Bella's a great shooter. I think traditionally, Bella in a lot of titles has been kind of a sniper especial, which obviously requires quite a bit of consistent aiming, frankly. But doing really well today in Rainbow Six. And from what I could tell from Bella's streams too, really enjoying the title. Has been playing quite a bit since launch as well. One of our content creators has kind of been grinding since launch.
I'd like to remind everybody that there is no auto aim in this game. So you're just, you're yourself. That's it. There's no devices that are going to help you out. If you can aim, great. If you can't, Godspeed and best of luck. Hopefully you improve.
Fun note on that, by the way. This is something that's often in mobile titles, and they've included it with Rainbow Six Mobile as well. If you are brand new to mobile shooters in general, and you're like, wow, I really struggle to aim and shoot at the same time, there is a setting you can turn on where if you aim over someone's head, it will fire the weapon. So that is one little small kind of handicap that can help you in the game. It is a slight delay, though, so if you are a skilled player, you obviously won't see that setting on, but it's something to maybe toy around with if you're learning the title.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want the game to play itself. At the end of the day, you're here to play on your own, but I know in certain titles, especially some FPS games, you know, if you're playing with a controller, you're going to get an advantage. One of the players in this lobby was actually talking about it at the very top of the show, where, you know, if you're playing with a controller, you will have some assistance there. Ubisoft wants you to learn, and Ubisoft wants you to do well. So if you play this game with a controller, if you play it on mobile, if you play it with a mouse and keyboard, you're on your own. So you got to learn. And well, I mean, one guy who doesn't really need to be taught, Space has been hitting shots. Icy's been hitting shots that, you know, you would expect people to be making as hardened pros. They are doing this on mobile, and they're doing so incredibly impressively.
Only hurts one left.
Yeah, Kith has had some nice highlight level plays as well. Take a look at their stream and see what it looks like. Same goes for right now. It looks like another kill goes his way. Looking for 2 more on the opposition.
Ooh, I got stunned. Let me plant.
Just kind of in the gameplay loop, I think, for a lot of these teams, it's like, hey, can we sprint around the map and kill everybody immediately? Cool. Don't worry about dropping a diffuser. Sounds good. Oh, hey, guess what, folks? Let's gauge the strength of the lobby. It's a little bit more sweaty. Let's play around this diffuser. Let's force the equation a little bit. Let's give ourselves another advantage. Force our opponents to do one thing so that we can bide our time and make sure to win the round. I think this is a pretty smart gameplay from these teams.
Yeah, of course. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go about winning a Rainbow Six round, right? Like, people talk about certain single-player games, and they love that they're like, well, the decisions that you make in the game can impact the end result of your single player.
Why is Guinness not playing? I'm just watching Party Brew. And I'm playing this tournament.
If you don't want to kill your opponents, there is a way to be a pacifist and still win a round in Rainbow Six, and that's just get in, plant the diffuser, and get out, and then hope that none of the defenders counter-disable it, and then you ultimately win the round. As a defender, there's a pacifist way of doing it too. You just need to wait for the timer to hit 0 in this mode, in this bomb rush mode that we're watching. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is all you need to do. If your opponents are not able to successfully plant the diffuser in that 2 minute and 30-second timer, you can go hide in a far-flung corner of these maps and just not fire a single bullet. And as long as that timer hits 0 and no diffuse kit has been planted, you win as well. There are lots of tools at your disposal, and if you don't want to fire a bullet, you've got gadgets that do it as well. Frost traps, Kapkan traps, there's different things you can do to take down your opponents without having to use the gun in your hands.
Oh, that wall's open on your left.
Sometimes, though, guns go far. And, well, that's a great shot from the opponent to finally have an advantage go to the way of our non-streamers that are... They don't know they're in a competition. They just think they're playing a game, but They have entered into a tournament unwillingly, and now they are leading as Kith also goes down.
Oh, is there two?
It'd be a 5v3 now
No, I think that's the one.
against our streamers.
A rough go of it, but the 5v3 now, and now a 3v3. It is still winnable here, but a 5v3 always seems to be the scariest lead. That's when you are on the 5, you're like, oh, there's only 3 left. We can start being a little bit cute with how we want to go about this, and cute's not bad, but sometimes it's a bit much.
Call outs for me.
Yep.
Metalcore is now in a
live. Yeah, this is
a
gonna be tough.
1v3. This is what I was talking about. This shotgun. It looks so different. This is like the usual SAS shotgun. Timer's going to get a little bit shorter now as diffuser does get planted, Garrett. So I'll do a little bit of normal casting now as Metalcore will drop, pulling out the sidearm. He has no information whatsoever. He'll open up a line of sight, catching one enemy in the process. Out goes that nitro cell. He's done some damage, but not able to finish off that player. Still 3 remain, and he is desperately running out of time. That shotgun is good at close range, maybe not quite that far. Gets swung by the Ash. His only hope now is to hop on that defuse, kids. The shotgun give it, the shotgun take it away. Metalcore surprise is our surprise as well. And the attackers will stick the landing, sending us to a fabled final 3rd round.
Yeah, it looked like maybe as much as the shotguns, it looked like they've done a little bit less damage. It does look like actually Reticle might have been like top shoulder blade. It only picked up 48 damage on that shot on his opponent. So maybe the bullet spread didn't all connect. But either way you look at it, it was going to run out of time regardless, most likely. Very close, though. It is 1-1 now in this round. So this is kind of a must-win scenario for them. They want to keep up some decent pace. Ghost Eye's not one of our top teams necessarily, but they were still technically within somewhat of a striking distance on our leaderboard, as long as they don't lose any more rounds going forward.
Yeah, I mean, to quote the great copy pasta that is used in many first-person shooters, shots 1 through 5 clearly missed. Shots 6 through 9 missed due to recoil, bad spray control. Shots 10 and 11, very close, but recoil and accuracy make these reasonable misses. And then, of course, shot 12 missed because, well, Metal was dead. So, you know, what can you do there at that point?
That's exactly so applicable to a one-tap shotgun bullet spread. I love that. That's perfect.
We borrow things. We borrow things from other games. It's fine.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with it. Well, do or die now here for this Ghost Eyes team. Ghost Eyes was one of the teams that had not dropped a round. The other, I believe, is Wolfguard, if memory serves correctly. Yep. So with Ghost Eyes dropping that round, they are no longer undefeated. They do no longer have a perfect record. We are fast approaching the point in time, Garrett, where we might see no teams still undefeated.
No teams undefeated.
Wolfguard might still be undefeated. We don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's probable that that's the case, but you never know what Wolfguard can pull out. They are moving a bit slower than everybody else. And again, that round differential is actually only applicable for tiebreakers. It's more of kind of a fun note if one of our teams could go perfect. It's about your overall map wins, which everybody has been winning almost every single round, if not all of their rounds today. Or sorry, maps rather. But
he must be right out here.
We say matches, maps, and games interchangeably without really thinking it through quite often. So welcome to the Rainbow Six casting sphere, my friend. You are already well experienced and well equipped.
I love it.
No, he's one.
That's a rough one.
On the front entrance.
That's the one you want back. You were hyping up Bella Fox earlier with her sniping capability. She's been droned, so they know exactly where she is here on this Villa Library portion. She does have some backup. Only Thatcher remains for the attackers. Plenty of time left for him to walk in that defuse kit, because again, on Bomb Rush, every single attacker has access to that case. I think it's Bella who found him.
We delayed a bit of time there.
It's okay. At least we didn't lose.
Sano with a couple body shots. Insult to injury in pubs? My man's locked. Holy cow. I like it. Gotta go for those wins.
Dig this one as well. Villa is a map that is no longer in the competitive map pool in Rainbow Six Siege's esport, but was announced that we'll be receiving some buffs and updates.
But watch out when you go through those.
Oh, Yeah. That. Look at the frost.
Still a very competitive map, though, and one that if you are an experienced Siege player, you will know very well.
Look downwards and
yeah.
It's been in the game for quite some time here.
Nobody's covering library. There's one person
Right
in
here,
library.
right here. Yeah, right here. Okay.
This library bomb site is really suboptimal. Now, I got to assume they don't pick the bomb sites in Bomb Rush. I'm assuming it's just
that's right.
randomized because there's no sane individual who would say, you know what's a good bomb site? Living room library on Villa. It did start to become a tertiary bomb site, but it was quite suboptimal for defenders. Very easy to attack. You can walk through the door, immediately walk through a second door frame, get that diffuse kit down. There's lots of ways the bomb site works towards you once you're in the post plant. They've done a great job of clearing out some utility now. They've found an opportunity to get that diffuse kit planted, but their numbers are dwindling down to a 3v5, so they've lost 2, but everybody is the case.
Nice one.
Excellent shots there by the Deimos. That's the operator that you were mentioning earlier that can be unlocked through the battle pass, getting spotted by the defenders, but still with some sight control now, and the numbers will continue to get better for the attackers. Plenty of opportunity for them to plant the diffuser, but, you know, objective be damned. Let's just go for some kills, show off the skin in the process, and ultimately win the map because of it.
Very well done. I'm Al, showcasing some skills here. PC creator that's showing out a little bit in mobile. I like it a lot.
You guys pay me to play dual front. And I can say that to you guys, and you guys will appreciate me for it. I'm not willingly sitting on my stream and playing dual front.
Razor wire is deployed. Deploying.
Yeah, it was one time when I had no audio, I think.
Rasco's locked in right now. He's preparing everything, making sure everything's good to go, telling his stream that he's here to play Rainbow Six Mobile for sure, and gonna be playing quick play all day today. We've been flying through rounds, and this one I'm sure is gonna be a lot of the same. Let's see if Rasco gets active outside, or likes to play a little bit more strategical approach, or maybe even just normal gameplay loop, I suppose. Playing inside, playing patient, and hey, look, it's Bobby behind a shield. Nice.
I feel like I've seen this before, many times over, actually. And just as Bobby's got to have some experience playing Rainbow Six, because that quick little jiggle behind the shield is exactly what an experienced Siege player would do. So I got to imagine Bobby's familiar. Bobby knows ball.
Yeah,
Bobby is dead. Bobby just got absolutely smoked.
Well, you know what Bobby's other nickname is Bobby Buckets. So he knows ball. There's no question about it.
You familiar with Bobby Bottle Service? He'll be popping some bottles after all the victories his team has done. Now it's up to Cappy to live and gets killed through the smoke, likely at the hands of the Glaz. Glaz, of course, a Russian sniper who can see through the smoke. Insane stuff.
A bummer loss for this roster. Red Hammer losing a round. Match is not over though, so let's see what they can do on the attacking side, as Bobby Buckets himself is going to try to serve up some of those bottle services right now and maybe pick up a few early kills. We'll see what he can find with the drone first.
Our production is telling us that Bobby tweeted earlier that he hired the #1 rated Rainbow Six mobile player to coach him for this event. So Bobby investing some serious coinage in here to prepare, and of course showed a photo right away, a screen grab of the video that will be posted on Bobby Plays channel later. Might even be up at this point in time. We don't know how old the tweet is, but I mean, it's funny because the screen grab that we got is him playing behind a shield, and it's just like, well, do one thing and do it really, really well, and it seems like Bobby understood the assignment.
Hey, just like any other title, there are metas inside of Rainbow Six Mobile that have been probably already figured out by a lot of the players out there. Big shout out, by the way, I'll shout him out, top player Solace7R6, even in the name there, one of the top mobile players in the game, if not the #1 rated player when this tweet was put out. So shout out to Solace for helping Bobby Buckets out. So far, it seems to be working for the most part.
One on a shield right here.
We are also getting confirmation. I referenced it earlier, but it was speculation on my part, so good for production being the adult in the room, so I don't just say things without confirmation. Production, of course, confirming that Ghost Eyes dropping a round in their previous game. That was the one we were spectating, and because of that, Wolfguard is the only undefeated team, but they have also played 8 fewer games. Not exactly sure what's been going on their side of things. I think there's been some connectivity issues with their team, but Either way, they are still undefeated, so one does remain, albeit with a lot less games played and under their belt. That means that while they likely can't win the whole thing, we are going to give them the "you did well but you didn't come close" award, I think is what we call. I can't remember. We'll just change the name every time we need to.
I just gotta come in my ear, and Taro, we're hyping him up, and as you're talking about it, as you're describing that Wolfguard is undefeated,
don't break my heart, Garrett. Don't you break my heart.
They just lost. They just lost the last round. So after all of that, it literally happened while you were talking about it. They submit the round, and they are no longer undefeated. Not a team out there that is undefeated as expected. And now Wolfguard, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot to show for it because they are down at the bottom of the leaderboard. I do believe they have had some longer queue time, so it is what it is for them. They're still having a good time, still showcasing their skills, but yeah, sorry to break your heart.
I don't know if I'll ever recover from this.
Well, you know what they say.
That was your teammate you were looking at there. That was smoke outside of the building. That is an unbelievable nitro cell. All right, then. So there is a nitro cell, which is an explosive that is tossed, or a C4, as you will hear it get referred to as. The terms are used interchangeably. C4, nitro cell, doesn't really matter. Same.
Hoje não, mano. Hoje só vou assistir Rainbow Six, velho. Hoje não vou jogar outro jogo, não.
It has a very short throw range because it's considered a heavy item. But when you throw it, there's about a second or two after that you can blow it up, and it usually is good enough to kill everything in the area. They'd thrown it on the barricade. The problem with that is that the moment the barricade gets broken, the nitro cell usually disappears because it also gets destroyed. Again, maybe a bit suboptimal, or you're hoping that somebody will punch it and then you can just detonate it. Rasco's in a rough spot here. He's got a target-rich environment, but just because you have the riches doesn't mean you know how to use them. He has to figure out how to capitalize off of this. The smoke's concealing the advance of the attackers, and will use the carbine of Jaeger to fire through that smoke. Not finding anything, at least not yet.
Two.
I need help. I need help.
He had the Dokkaebi lined up, almost dead to rights, but no, the Dokkaebi will persevere, and there's some trouble in the water here for Red Hammer, Garrett.
Definitely some trouble.
Nossa, eu nunca tive com 30 specs antes. Conteúdo novo é complicado, então, mano. Eu tô fazendo watch party também, né? Se tô assistindo, aí cai mesmo. Mas normal, velho. Tá tranquilo. Daqui a pouco... Bom, não posso falar, mas tá suave. Vale a pena.
Voo. Great job. Let's take a look back at some of the replays, though, from the last 30 minutes or so, because, again, we've had a lot of highlights. Our players showcasing how to play at an extremely high level, especially when your sense is that high. Space. Roscoe also showing that he's really figuring out Rainbow Six Mobile quite well. Mal says, I'm going to get aggressive and pick up some people repelling outside. Maybe they're all going to line up for me. Maybe they're changing their settings. I don't care. We need our wins, and we're going to get them the best way we know how. Sometimes it's with a shotgun, Metalcore. And sometimes a little lever action from distance. Either way you look at it, it's been a lot of fun to watch these players figure out the game and execute it at a pretty high level, Atero.
Yeah, I mean, these teams are obviously getting more and more comfortable. We're seeing aim is tightening up. The way that they're learning the maps certainly increasing exponentially. We're seeing more gadget use as well. I mean, heck, go back and watch the first couple games that we saw in the first hour of gameplay, right? And it was abundantly clear that many of these players had some familiarity, but we're still trying to figure out the map, still trying to figure out where to use their gadgets, still trying to figure out how to use those gadgets at all. I mean, we saw roaming smoke die with all of his gas grenades in pocket, and it's like, that is objectively not a good thing to do. But I mean, when you're playing up against newer players, hey, you're a gun, you can frag, you can roam, it's fine, right? The teams are learning, they're making adjustments, and with it, we are seeing the skill level go up, and that's exactly what we expected, and it's good to see them learning.
We'll take a look at our standings. They're about the same that they were the last time we checked in. Round differential the same, even though Viper Strike is down 1 win. That spells good news if you're a Viper Strike fan. They could technically win this on a tiebreaker if they can slowly but surely cut down on probably the seconds or a minute or so that is separating Nighthaven to Viper Strike with 25-24. Everybody else a little bit lagging behind. Ghost Eyes next up in terms of striking distance, 21 wins in total. 41 round differential is still fantastic, only dropping 1 round overall, but still the question is, can they pick up the pace I doubt it, but you never know what could happen. But folks at home, you got to pick up the pace as well. 10 golden bullets could be yours. You got to type in these codes as fast as humanly possible. You know they go quick, so you better move fast. Scan the QR code on your screen for quick and easy access to this website down below. You can head directly to that website if you would like as well. Codes have been different every single time we've shown them, so make sure that you type them in as fast as possible. These are single-use codes, though. If one's gone, try another one. Try all 5. Who knows? Maybe you can get more than one if you're very, very fast. But fun things happening here with Rainbow Six Mobile, and we have one more giveaway left towards the end of the broadcast, which we're not very far away from, by the way. So make sure you tune in, stay tapped in, and listen for my voice to get really excited and start talking very fast, because these codes go quick.
I'm glad you keep putting the codes up on screen. I reckon I have about 250 golden bullets at this point. I've just been using the code for myself. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Like
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, sorry viewers. Sorry viewers. I'm here. I'm just grabbing them first. That's just, you know.
The 500 millisecond lead that you have is really changing everything.
Could you imagine getting hired for this event and just stealing from the viewers? Just for legal reasons, chat. It's a joke. Go claim your golden bullets. We're not trying to take them from you. Don't worry. Yeah, we are fast approaching the end. This has sped by. We went live about 2.5 hours ago, give or take. It feels like we've been watching 5 matches.
Fala, Vitor Ramos, mano. Talvez amanhã tenha. Ou segunda-feira só que eu vou.
Bro, some Ubisoft executives like.
That's actually sad.
Oh my god, that guy just killed Aerith
this guy
Get him on the
goated.
phone.
10 seconds left.
Incredible conversation happening right now. Look, we had some accusations, as we always do, with pub matches of some streaming sniping, and well,
So funny.
it sounds like maybe some of our stream snipers have been propped up.
We're just the bait.
Trying to get aggro here. Why not? See if you can take down your favorite streamer. Oh, funny stuff here from Winsanity and the crew. Viper Strike team. Very, very strong team, and been loving watching what this team's able to do. But 30 minutes on the clock, folks. The countdown is real. As we said, it feels like we just got started, but only 30 minutes left with a couple seconds of change. And again, the rule states you must finish your game in this timer. There's no timer cheese. You can't load up with 1 second left. You've got to finish your game, so you better move quick.
And this is a very serious competition. We will be holding these people accountable. So don't you dare try to pull one over on us or the admins. In particular us, because we ultimately have no power. The admins have all the power. But we take it very personally.
Nice.
So.
Golly. Speaking of taking it personally, Aerith, taking it very personal, that there was 3 of the defenders inside of this room across the way. And
look at how look at this aim. I am again. I've said this so many times. I am consistently impressed with how precise these gamers are. It's incredible. It's incredible to watch.
By the way, this is Viper Strike, and they are down a round. This is kind of make or break for them. They're a top team, and they could potentially throw a lead here. If they're not careful.
He's AFK and an ace. All right. All right, Aerith.
Aerith was cooking. She's got straight aim. She shoots straight. Fantastic player. She's played a ton of mobile titles and is always a top fragger for teams that she's on. You are the best today, at least in that round. Still a big moment, though, in Terra. They have to win this round in order to maintain a lead on our leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, the top 2 right now are largely running away with it. And again, there are a lot of factors that, let's be honest, are a little outside your control. The caliber of opponents you get, the size of the maps. If you're constantly getting maps like Clubhouse or Bank, you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage if you're getting a map like Summit or Oregon, which are on the smaller side of things, right? You've got to navigate this cavernous layer where the attackers might take their sweet time. If you're a defender, you're always at the mercy of the attackers. But we've been seeing a lot of these attacking teams bring that same fury and same gusto into the map as these streamer teams have. But maybe you get a turtle-style attacking team that just want to wait it out as long as possible. And you can sit around for 2 full minutes waiting for the last guy to just kind of plot into the site and then die. sometimes you don't ultimately get to control the pacing of the game.
That's a great shout. Some of these rounds taking quite a bit longer than others. And again, I think it's about gauging the strength of the lobby that you're in too. It'd be very valuable to dictate how you should play it. You're trying to be hyper efficient in a competition like this, but neither here nor there. Just got to get the win. Aerith is swinging corners quite aggressively, roaming the map, trying to find the last couple players.
Well, they got the diffuser planted. They've got site control, but Aerith is keeping up her pace from the previous rounds. The last one left is the Ying. Where is the Ying? Inside a dirt tunnel would be my guess.
Nice. Okay.
Nope. Nowhere to be found. They did have an AFK player, so it's possible that that Ying was still in spawn somewhere, but I mean, you get the job done.
Window. Like the bottom pool window.
It's a great round from Vague, by the way. Killed 3 people before finally getting taken down, so giving his team some serious breathing room. Only 30 seconds have elapsed from this round, and there's only 1 guy left to find.
And again, every round feels like now a pretty big burden of responsibility to be perfect. I mean, Nighthaven and Viper Strike are our 2 top teams.
I just ran out of...
Nighthaven, the team on your screen right now, technically had the lead that has just been, I guess, tied up. And I believe our Viper Strike team still is winning in our tiebreaker of round differential. So very important, but right now a 2v1 to wrap up the first round of this engagement. Parker the Slayer is one of the few remaining players alive.
Oh, wait.
Around that corner. Parker.
Yeah, around the corner. There you
go. Time. 20 seconds.
Go left.
No, keep going. He's down on the balcony.
There you go.
Okay, that's it.
Next window.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Somebody defuse.
Go for the defuse.
I got it.
Just watch over him, son.
Hold.
Oh,
it's okay. Just keep holding.
Let's go!
Oh, just in the nick of time.
Wow.
Couldn't have been closer.
Wow.
Unfortunately, our attacker who put the diffuser down just wasn't fast enough to get engaged there into the action.
Guys.
It's good because we don't want to lose a round. You know what I mean? Losing a round is another 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is genuinely a great way of putting it. You do not want to be giving up these rounds at all because it is killing you on time. If your opponent wins 4 rounds just like that, and you lose a round in each of your matches, you've now fallen a full map behind just based on the timing of these rounds. So again, when you look at the standings that were on the screen, when it comes down to a map or 2 separating these top 3 teams, even losing a single round has a much larger impact on the overall standings than just 1 round.
That's a great shout. Definitely something the players have been talking about and trying to make sure that they pay attention to. So we'll see if the pace of play slows a hair in order to save the time that you could potentially lose by playing more risky.
One's close right here. One's close right here.
The right side on the right?
I'm planting.
Plant going down in 30 seconds. I mean, that's efficiency, right? I think some of these teams realize that their opponents are not always the most, how do I say this politely, aware of the way that these bomb sites and these maps work. And I do think some of these teams could stand to be a bit more efficient by just running in, getting the diffuser down. And no matter what, you're shortening the length of that round. Some of these bomb sites are accessible within a 10-second run of the outside of the building. Break a single door frame or a single barricade, break a single window, and boom, you're in the site. Everybody has the diffuser. Get all 5 people inside the site, get diffuser down right away, and suddenly what should be a 2-minute round has now been shortened to just 45 seconds.
Well, that's a really good shot, especially with, again, Rainbow Six Mobile and Rainbow Six in general is such a unique game because you have a preparing phase. You have a phase that you can send your drones in, get the intel to know that that path is theoretically open. So,
they're coming.
Great shot from you in terms of strategy for a competition of this scale. It's been fun to see all of our creators have fun, but now the rubber is meeting the road a little bit. And it's getting a bit sweatier. Definitely could pick up the pace by doing exactly what you just described.
A lot harder when you're a defender because, again, an attacker can take their sweet time. Doesn't seem like the opponents that Ghost Eyes are dealing with are really quite that intent on taking their time. Marley's already met 1 over on Blue Stairs. Will now work his way over towards Garage.
Swapping mags.
I think that's how the Hibana must have come in, or the Dokkaebi that came in earlier that didn't look like an Ash charge blew that up. Maybe that one right there. No Hibana pellets either. Hard to tell what the secondary gadgets do for soft destruction because the animation is different. Down goes Thermite. Who is the last one? Last one is Ying. Oh my goodness. And Marley's face says it all.
Come on! We can do it, team! Goucher with the 20! Bruv! I was too locked in, mate, but I saw it. I don't know if you saw my mouth wide open, catching flies. Thank you so much for the 20 gift,
Meaty Marley having a dang good time, showing some skill and getting support in his own stream, folks. I want to use this as a quick reminder that all of our creators are streaming, and yes, we are watching their streams. Mr. Marley, that is correct. We did watch that on broadcast. Go check them out. Some fun PC creators as well as mobile creators all playing Rainbow Six Mobile together in this fun competition.
W big screen. We made it.
They shot me.
Gouchen, mate, brother, thank you so much for the.
Obviously, I'm not as familiarized with the mobile creators as I am with some of the Rainbow Six folks that are taking part, but I gotta say, they've got personality that can match the best of the best that are being brought over from Rainbow. So if you are somebody who's here who knows Meaty Marley or knows Rasco or knows Spoit, and that's who you're primarily here for, broaden your horizons. You might just find your new favorite streamer. And of course, there are 22 other competitors rather, other than the 3 that I mentioned that are competing in this, all trying to vie for glory. And glory awaits us in, well, under half an hour. Just about 20 minutes left for us to figure out which of these squads is able to beat up the most teams in this bomb rush game mode.
There's 2 down the stairs.
Oh, bro.
I got 1.
If you got that Ash charge, Lev, have you got any kind of breaching device?
I volted. Just one more. He's on the stairs. I got him.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Charge ready to blow.
Pop it.
Stay clear of the blast.
Nice team chemistry there. In case there was somebody waiting on the other side of the reinforced wall, but we go through soft wall, find an angle. Marley!
Hey, there's one on
Peekaboo! How about 2? A little bit of help of a teammate. Marley is looking strong on mobile here, playing on controller, and picks up 3?
Is the last guy on me?
Yeah, there's one guy left. If he's on you, he's on you. I can plant.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
I think they're a thing. Oh,
That was a good game.
Again, I'm going to try to say this and be nice. I do think they're overthinking it a little bit. It's a 4v1. You all have the diffuser. You don't need to wait to plant. By the time Marley looked down at his controller and looked back up, you could have had that diffuser down. The plant timer, I think it's just 2 seconds. It's not very long. You can walk in, get that diffuser down, and you are off before anybody knows what has hit them. But again, when you play at a top level, a lot of times you dot your I's, you cross your T's. You're very strategic about the way you go about this because you expect your opponents to be on that same level. Well, if you think your opponents are, then yeah, of course, do your due diligence. But as we're seeing, players are just walking in, killing people. They can easily get diffuser down a little bit quicker if they really want.
Oh my, there's 2.
Oh. Little target acquisition error. Fortunately, too many players to deal with, and when Sanity just goes in and sprays from the hip, says, I'll see you in the afterlife. Nice and easy pick up there, and a diffuser going down, so this will speed things up quite a bit for the remaining, I think, singular player that is left. Good luck.
Hostiles have been wiped out.
Reminder for everybody watching, hipfire, unlike other first-person shooters, is not accurate in the slightest in Rainbow Six. It does look like the hipfire spread is a little tighter on mobile, so I will say that hipfire looks more viable on mobile than it does in Rainbow Six Siege on console or PC. But if you're playing this game on console or PC, maybe don't do that. Maybe ADS. Maybe just look down the sights. It'll help you quite a bit, and you won't then come away from it looking a little dumbfounded. The only, of course, exception is guns like shotguns. If you're playing with a shotgun and you want to hip fire, that is usually fine.
That's right. There is also some other mobile settings that are helpful. Like there is a touchpad setting where you can, every time you ADS, you fire as well, just to get used to that mechanic of making sure that you're ADSing while shooting.
Ooh.
So some fun stuff here with mobile to help you out and learn the game along the way, like we've talked about all day today. We've had our teacher, our great maestro in Tarot, teaching us the ways of Rainbow Six, but in mobile. It is quite similar. There are some small nuance differences, but overall, very fun learning curve, albeit there is a learning curve, which makes the game even more entertaining, in my opinion.
A small change. We're playing as the Caveira operator again, the one that can get the interrogations, and her pistol has a sight on it. Iron sights only on PC and console for regular Siege. So again, smaller changes, just as Ash has that under barrel mounted launcher, whereas she has a standalone launcher in the PC and console version. Of course, you've got to make changes to adapt for mobile. I do like that they brought leaning over. This was another thing you mentioned earlier. Leaning is something that is not in a lot of first-person shooter games, but in Siege, leaning is very important. Perspective in this game frustrates a lot of people because it doesn't function the way that you'd think a game would. So you can look around a certain wall and be completely visible to your opponent, but you won't see your opponent again just because of the way that the camera setting in this game plays. So knowing how to engage players around doorways and knowing where to lean, huge. We're going to see another interrogation, by the way. And as you can see, giant red glowing bodies. Those are where the players are. And last one left. Can't shoot through that. Cannot shoot through that.
Nice. I didn't know we had a scan going. I looked. I'm like, oh, I have wall hacks. Okay.
There you go.
That is Caveira's ability, interrogation.
Same bomb site where everyone goes.
Yeah, it's a very useful, obviously. Anytime you can get wall hacks on your opponents is very useful. One of the ways is, of course, they just run outside as the defensive side, but interrogation's extremely useful for that very moment. By the way, another fun thing about mobile. Oh, Rasco knows he's on broadcast.
Holy moly, this guy is the greatest R6 mobile player they've ever seen. Watch this whole round.
All right, dish that thought. We're listening in. Let's watch what Roscoe can do.
Everyone's dead. I'm meleeing them. I'm meleeing them.
One hostile remaining.
Nossa.
Yeah, that's what we do. Double melee. That's what we do. Wait, let me mog.
Rasco, he knew he was on broadcast, or he guessed it. They would pull off the double melee because his opponents have no ears.
Yo, guys,
I don't know what to tell you.
Announcement to make. I've just had 3 DMs asking me if I want to go pro in R6 mobile. Let's go.
I'm not super familiar with the terms, but is he not jester maxing right now by saying all these things? Like, look, I mean, you're not mogging, brother. You're jester maxing. Okay, let's get over yourself here, Rasco.
We were both over the age of 30. The fact that you just pulled out jester maxing on broadcast is insane work. I tip it. I tip it.
I said daddy's home or something like that earlier. I mean, you gotta speak the language of the viewers. And it's just how it works. I think he just said, I had a feeling I was Joom. That was a pro player who's had an incredible showing at the esport event that we just had in Paris. What is Bobby doing?
Bobby's having fun.
Robert, you are a defender. You are supposed to be inside the building, and yet you have found yourself outside dancing around the drones. You have found 3 kills. The drones are still moving, which means people know this. The laughter says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, and again, I think they gauged the strength of Lobby and said, let's have a little fun. If they know where I am, they come to me and the round goes faster. Yeah, all right.
Whoa. Well done, team.
We take those.
The match is yours.
Okay, these guys are good.
Bobby says we'll take those whenever we can get them, all right? They've had some sweaty games, I can't lie. Bobby's been playing strategic all day, so when you get a chance to breathe and get a nice 2-0, that feels good.
This Viper Strike team has been in the hunt for the top of the standings all day. Aerith obviously giving a huge leg up with some great aim on Clubhouse earlier, and unfortunately falls victim to some sloppiness.
There's no one else in supply. There's no one else in supply.
Oh, that felt like one of those moments that you stop firing your gun because you just assume they're dead, but then they're not dead, and then you have to try to refire the gun, and then you're all discombobulated, and then all of a sudden you're dead.
No one right here. No one in servers. No one in servers.
I'm gonna go through
No one left side. All right. Both right sides.
This is very winnable, by the way.
Is there anyone in B or no?
Maestro is still up with those evil eye cams. Has to be worried about Capcan traps. Is aware of them.
Both right.
Can hear the carbine close by. Space having some issues, but still with a minute left on the clock, can make this work. Finds the Jaeger. Last one's on the Maestro, and he clutches it out. Out of this world for Space.
That's big.
So clean, man. You can tell how much experience he has in the title. Knows when the traps are at the corners, paying attention to the map, hearing the counts of the teammates, swinging on fights that he can easily win. Just really clean.
EDD is coming. EDD blind.
I want more Summit. I want to play Summit. Like, watching this has just made me want, like, this is the same thing. I watch and I cast. I don't know about you, but it's like the moment I'm done broadcasting, I'm just like, I just want to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Just brings that itch back. It's an unscratchable itch.
Yeah, especially how long you've been in the scene and doing it. It's definitely unscratchable. I am the same way 100%. I'll finish a broadcast. It could go 6 hours. It could go 10 hours. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I've been playing Siege now for just shy of a decade, and I'm talking specifically about the PC and console version at the moment, but I'm having so much fun playing Rainbow Six Siege these days, and I suspect that if I started playing mobile, my whole life would just completely disappear. It would be owned by Ubisoft and Tom Clancy, so...
That's right.
I don't even know the lineup. Whatever.
I prefer to be free.
I'm pretty sure they're still outside. Like,
waiting for the bus.
Yeah, they both.
Rainbow Six Mobile. Waiting on dinner. Rainbow Six Mobile.
Oh,
done with work, finished a broadcast, sitting in chair, doesn't want to walk downstairs or boot up the PC. Rainbow Six Mobile.
Angering my sleeping wife while I play with no sound. Rainbow Six Mobile.
Also losing. Because you have no audio.
I mean, I was not passing judgment on your on your ability or what your wife frankly thinks. Space is being very active here with smoke. Again, you can use utility well. He actually did use his utility effectively based on the calls he was getting. He smoked off that supply window and he held the attackers at bay while they trickled in elsewhere. Obviously, with the rounds being a little bit shorter, those smokes aren't as impactful as the longer rounds, but he still made it work.
Ooh, take a look at our standings. Some aggressive gameplay, but Nighthaven is starting to pull away. They're just moving quicker than their opponents. Everybody over 20 wins now, but Nighthaven at 29, nearing that 30 win mark after a couple hours now. I think our timer is quite low as well. We're going to check in on that shortly. But with 2 wins differential between the top 2 teams, I think we're officially in the territory of Nighthaven needing to make a mistake, Intero. They've got to mess up if anybody else rather wants to win.
Yeah, and I mean, there you go. The timer's on your screen, less than 10 minutes. Now, if this were a regular game of Siege, you'd be saying, okay, they're just going to wrap up their match and that's it, right? But no, in Bomb Rush, the whole idea is that it is a rush, and some of these matches can easily be done in 3, 4, 5 minutes. Some even say 6, 7 minutes if you're really pushing it. So with this, yes, you're ahead by 2 maps, but it is far from over. There still exists a possibility that a come from behind victory unfolds.
Golly, the brain rot is killing me.
Look.
I respect it. Listen,
I got quotas to meet.
No disrespect. I may crash out though. We'll see. Not even, again, your top team. This is the team that can't afford to make any mistakes, and frankly, they've hardly made a mistake in 3 hours, which is insane to say. A strategic game of this caliber, but Bella Fox, one of the reasons that they have been winning a lot of games, playing nice and slow, playing support for the team, playing backup, as unfortunately their top fragger, their entry fragger, even Vague, loses a fight, and so does Bella Fox. Parker the Slayer.
2 together.
We know he's going to get animated if he wins this. Got to clutch up.
Target sighted.
I'm playing risky.
I got Master.
Sanho.
You can always tell. You can always tell when they start to focus up, and it gets towards the end of the rounds. The comms fall off, and you can. That's bulletproof. So they're encountering Maestro's ability. Maestro, the Italian defender, he has evil eye cams that he puts down that are bulletproof. If he opens it to tase you, you can shoot it and it'll blow up. But most of the time, it's just going to sit there and be a bulletproof camera. That is a rough loss for Nighthaven, an unexpected loss, some could even say. And again, we are in the twilight of this event. Time is running out. You cannot be dropping rounds with only 8 minutes left.
Did you tell them that you got kicked out? Like, do they know?
I'll tell them after the game.
Okay.
This is a bummer here. To lose a round like this, but hey, they still technically have the lead. I am being told, by the way, that the margin for error, or the difference between first and second place, if you will, is really more like a game and a half, kind of, with the pacing of submittal. Definitely a must-win scenario for this roster.
What the hell do I get?
Can't afford to drop a map right now. Could potentially tie things up and then lose in a tiebreaker of round differential. We'll see.
I just saw Bella Fox and the way she was holding her tablet. I can barely hold a tablet to navigate Chrome like that. And yet, like when I go to use my iPad usually for taking notes when I'm casting, and I look like I've never seen technology ever. I look like the monkeys at the beginning of 2001: A Space Odyssey, figuring out tools.
Sure.
And then everything I'm saying is making me sound so old right now. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. And just seeing the way that she's able to navigate the game on that. Same with like Choco Taco, both of them. I'm like, damn, okay.
The leapfrog and analogy and timelines between Brain Rot and Space Odyssey is insane, by the way. This is just, you're a man of many talents, my friend.
I try to transcend time and space. So
Sure. It's a good goal.
Sometimes I don't succeed. This Ying has been a major thorn in the side for this Nighthaven team now, as he's still posted up on that weight room window, watching the jacuzzi breach. No Jaeger present on the side of Nighthaven. Easily the best counter to Ying and all these other projectile / throwable operators that you see. Ying able to flash an entire room. I think it was Parker the Great Parker the Slayer flashed his entire team, if we recall, way back at the start on Ying.
That's right.
There's one on my side as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Parker the Slayer, still engaged now over towards Cash, holding down this incredible cut point.
He doesn't seem you.
Just hold.
There's only 2 left. 5 minutes left in this creator showdown.
This is definitely a slower match than they've seen in the past. This could actually give their main competition an opportunity to close the gap here. Even if they win this, a slow match is exactly what Viper Strike needed to potentially catch up. We'll see.
Wait. Okay, we just camp. Let's just secure the win.
Yeah, just play comms.
No.
Okay, it's okay.
We're all holding that angle.
A brutal loss. They still have player advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go, guys.
Great.
Ejected Mira gives you such a small window to hit, and unfortunately for their opponents, not good enough. A big victory.
They might not have time to.
Now it leaves Viper Strike in a position where
I think we got this.
top 2
It's still 7 o'clock.
within their grasp. They gotta make it. They gotta make this one a quick one if they want any hope of preserving a lead and ultimately winning this creator showdown.
Okay, there is a guy.
I think the game plan, frankly, is regardless of strength of lobby. Look at this, 4 minutes on the clock. I think you gotta fly. I think as the attack, put down the diffuser immediately, shorten the length of the map as a backup, and then fly at your opponents. You can roam, you can do whatever you need to do. Just pick up the pace.
No comms at the moment.
Okay.
Viper Strike's been doing most of their talking in the server anyway, but
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah. We're going to let the gun do the talking, I suppose. Space picks up 3 and plants the diffuser to shorten the length as well.
Okay. Oh my gosh, good job, guys.
Golly.
I played so slow.
Nah, bro, I ran it straight freaking down.
I played so slow, they say, when they won it in like 40 seconds. Alrighty then.
Yeah, I think Space is Entry Fragger just said, let's just see how many I can pick up to make this go faster.
Space cooking, yeah, he's playing so well. And
it is worth mentioning too, you have to finish, we've said this a couple times now, you have to finish the game within the timer. So we'll watch that timer. This round, this match rather, is going to end within that time. There's no question about it. As long as Space said our opponents don't grief. Does it leave enough time for another match? Probably not.
As soon as they break the door, we're challenge.
Okay, I'm just opening that. I'm just gonna shoot it open.
No, wait for them to shoot it. Wait for them to shoot it.
Okay.
We have more than enough time to finish this round.
They've learned how important these deployable shields are and how powerful a position it gives you.
Alright, you can shoot it. You can shoot it too.
A nade rolled under that barricade will clear both the barricade and the deployable shield, but I don't know if their opponents have that knowledge.
Maybe I heard. Nice.
10 minutes left. Bro, 10 seconds.
Earth has picked up a couple, but gone down in the meantime. Still a nice player advantage here. This is a nice cleanup. Very aggressive play. That's a fast one. Oh, they might be able to reach you. We gotta check that timer.
That is close.
You got it. You got it.
Successful screenshots. All right, wait.
Yeah, lock in.
Very, very close. I think some of our teams may be wrapping up their final game, or maybe just wrapped what would be their final game. It couldn't get any closer with our timer. I'd love to see if we could just throw it up on top of Intero's face right now, because we've got to pay attention to the clock. Got to see where we're at. There it is. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay. Don't have time for another game. Make sure you finish your game. So is there anyone else in lobby? It looks like as we go to game, somebody, it's Nighthaven in game.
They made it in.
Chance. They've got a chance, but it is the first round.
I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one off. I mean, they just got a very timely disconnect. Less than a minute to go. Again, you've stressed the importance of this. You have to finish your match and get it supported. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it, especially when they hunt for this final player. No, because the prep phase is about 40 seconds. There is just no way that they're going to be able to pull this one off.
Just wasting his time. Yeah, on my days.
Wow.
Right here on the steps, Bandit.
It looks like we will finish with both of these teams tied at 30 wins, but with Viper Strike ultimately winning the round differential. That is a wild finish if that's the case, Garrett.
Yeah, it is very, very close. And even this round finishing in time is important. They may even lose it. Okay, no, they do pick up the round win. I don't think, like you mentioned, because of our prep phase, I don't think we have enough time for another round. And each of these rounds are the difference on this team winning or losing in this competition. Folks, our timer has hit 0. The rest of this game does not matter. What an incredible showcase of Rainbow Six Mobile for 3 hours straight. Banging out win after win after win after win, and hardly a round lost between most of our teams today, Intero. What a fun competition. And somehow we come down to the most razor-thin margins you could possibly have in a format of this kind.
Yeah, I mean, Viper Strike winning 30 matches with a plus 58 round differential. That means that they literally dropped 2 rounds in 30 games.
That's insane. Let's take a look back at some of the replays from this insane competition. We knew they were going to be good. That good is bizarre. And Aerith had some fun moments here in the final 30 minutes of this showcase. Vague as well. Several 1v multiple situations they're cleaning up with ease. Straight shooters, also knowing the map well, and also kind of just sprinting at their opponents faster, catching them unaware. It's the name of the game. Rasco doing a lot of the same.
I mean, I was impressed with the Rainbow Six players just because I know them. But there were people who impressed me even more. Aerith, for example, a great one. Space, Icy, even Choco Taco had some really good moments, despite the fact that I know he plays mobile games, but I don't know how much he knows about Rainbow Six. Bobby on your screen right now, paid
and it looks bored.
Coaching for this event, and
I only slept for 4 hours this night.
Act upon is so impressive. Bella Fox also having some great moments too. And then, of course, the number of interrogations that we had, something that we seldom see, and yet there were 2 on screen for you today. There's lots of good here, and of course, don't forget Ace as well on Clubhouse.
Vague or Team Space? I think
playing each other too, which made for a very hype moment. And Definitely a difference maker on our overall scoreboard too for both of those teams. Winning or losing versus your main competition. It's kind of like double the points, right?
Team Space. Yeah, Eredith and Space and Icy. I think they won.
2 rounds on the day.
And that's what I say on my video. I say they probably won. Would win the game, the tournament, and I was right.
Triple checking. This is a very important title we are about to dish out of the first champion of Rainbow Six Mobile event. We gotta stay patient for that for a moment. And so I want to remind you to drop a follow on all of the creators' socials as well. They grinded all day today. 3 hours rather, 30 wins apiece from a couple of our teams. A lot of games played. Go drop a follow. They're streaming all over the place. You've seen their names all day today. You've seen some incredible action. If you're from maybe the Rainbow Six PC or console side, check out some of our mobile creators. If you're from the mobile side, check out some of our Rainbow Six creators. Some really fun stuff today. Now, as the admins continue to check the math, and we double check everything behind the scenes. Just kidding. I was going to lead us somewhere else, but guess what? Intero, our champions are ready. Let's bring them in. Who are our champions? Who are going to win this competition? The Creator Showdown. The first champions of Rainbow Six Mobile in any sort of a tournament. It is Viper Strike team. They led the charge all day today, and they finish on top as well. Look at this razor-thin margin at the top of the leaderboard.
That's unbelievable. I'd wondered if the round that was won by Nighthaven ultimately would count, because if it had, and obviously this is up to the admins to decide, it literally would have come down to a single round. 58 rounds to 57 rounds would have been absolutely bonkers. Even still, 58 to 56 is insane. Some quick math. Viper Strike won 60 rounds and lost 2. That is their scoreline for the day. That is unheard of. If you tell me that, you send me that, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I think they're cheating too. But of course they're not. This just goes to show you their familiarity and how damn good they are. They are proficient in this game. They're proficient in Rainbow. They know their way around a mobile game. They were very poised. Congratulations to Viper Strike. There was no weak link whatsoever on that team.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. And I don't think that last round ended up counting because you have to submit a completed game. If they would have won both of those rounds, that would have obviously taken them up to 31 wins and they would have won it all. So it was so dang close at the end of the day. Also, nearly identical kills as well, which is the next tiebreaker. A lot going on behind the scenes, but Viper Strike are your top team today. And it was a difference of 2 rounds at the end of it with our first tiebreaker. So very fun stuff from all of our teams. They all did fantastic, by the way. The pace of play was unbelievable from the top 2 teams. The rest of the teams also went nearly perfect on the day as well. Intero is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any bad performers here. It really just came down to who could ultimately grind out the most. And of course, you're at the mercy of your opponents. You're at the mercy of the maps. You're at the mercy of whether you're strategizing on defense or attack more. There's too many variables, right, that you can't perfectly plan out. So the fact that all 5 of these teams entered and were able to keep pace the way that they did goes to show you that credit to the admins for picking really balanced teams, because they honestly deserve the most praise of anybody. But it also goes to show you that these people are all 25 literal world-class competitors. They were all good. They all spawned in. They all did their job. Nobody looked lost today. And all of these teams were evenly balanced that under normal circumstances, I honestly don't know. If we play today over again, I honestly think we get different results. That's how close I think they all are.
Yeah, and as the day got a little bit later and new folks were maybe hopping on the game, the lobby started to get a little bit more sweaty, which was fun to watch as well, putting the creators under a bit of stress, them having to slow their pace of play down, play a bit more strategically, also very fun to watch. But we have to interview the man of the hour, the man that was a difference maker for his team, the entry fragger, Space himself. Dude, you are a crazy man on the map. Space, can you hear me? If you can, I gotta say big congratulations, man. You are a champion today. How are you feeling about today's competition? You absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm honestly extremely surprised because we were like tailing behind the top team by like, I want to say like 2 rounds for a while because we had a few hiccups. We actually made a mistake. We were trying to go faster, clicking the play again button, and then we forgot to click the play again button, and it set us back. So I'm extremely surprised that we actually won that. That is crazy.
I mean, I was impressed watching all of you. How have you enjoyed Rainbow Six Mobile so far? I guess that's like the first question that I should ask you. It's just like, what do you think of the game? How are you having fun?
I am loving it, dude, because like, I don't know. There's just something about a game where like, There's something about this game where I just get so much dopamine from outplaying someone and getting rewarded for it. You know what I mean? And it's hard to get that in a lot of games nowadays.
Dude, I totally agree. Go ahead, Intera.
I was just gonna say, have you played the game on console or PC, or is this your first real experience with Rainbow Six?
So I have touched Siege X a little bit, but I've played maybe less than 10 hours. I've only been playing Siege mainly on mobile for about a week and a half now, and it's just been so much fun, man. I've actually been grinding.
Dude, it is impressive. Your grind has been crazy. We may or may not have pulled your stats from behind the scenes, and the fact that you've played over 1,250 rounds with nearly a 75% win rate, you're crushing it, dude. And the same was today. I mean, you guys dropped what, like 2 rounds on the entire day? It was unbelievable. What do you think was the key to your success? Obviously, we're playing quick play, we're playing pubs, and you all have a 5-stack. But what worked well for you all today?
Honestly, I gotta give the biggest shout out to Icy. Icy has been grinding this game pre-release for over a year now. He hooked us up with strats. He told us what operators to use. He gave us everything we needed to honestly just have in general in order to win this tournament.
I was very impressed with how quickly you all learned that. What would you say to a new player is the hardest thing to learn? What is the single aspect? If you have more than one answer, that's okay, but to you, what has been the biggest struggle with Rainbow Six Mobile so far? And what would you say to somebody who wants to learn this game? Be a bit patient. It's going to take you some time to get the hang of this.
Yeah, so Rainbow Six Mobile, in the very beginning, it feels really slow, but only because you don't know what you're doing. And that is the biggest hurdle. Once you find out what you're doing, once you start learning the maps, learning the default camera locations, learning the hatch locations, learning the operators, the game literally, it gets your heart racing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just like, well, I'm gonna sit here and wait till someone walks by. But once you start to understand all the small stuff that's really happening behind the scenes, man, it is just so much fun.
Dude, I can tell you all are having fun. Obviously, throwing it down in quick play is a blast, getting that amount of wins. But I want to give you a moment too to talk content, right? You're already grinding this game a crazy amount, and I know you're a content creator in your own right. You're former pro player in other titles. What's content look like with this title, right? Because it is a very strategic game, and there is a lot to learn.
Yeah, honestly, content has been great because there's a perfect balance of just having high skill gameplay, but then also you get to mix in all these funny moments. And there's just so many different scenarios that happen mid-round. It's not just rinse and repeat. Every game is just different in its own respective. And it's just been great, man.
Yeah, it's been really cool, man. Your content's really, really strong as well. I want to give you a moment to shout yourself out. That's all we've got for you in the booth, man. But you make fantastic content. So for anybody that doesn't know who you are, where can they find you as you create more content around Rainbow Six Mobile?
Yes, sir. Just search up 713 Space on any social. It'll pop right up. Thank you so much.
Shout out Space 713 Space on all socials, folks. Fantastic content and the champion of Rainbow Six Mobile's Creator Showdown. Go celebrate and have a great rest of the night, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Cheers. That was Space. Crushed it. Entry fragger, top fragger. Crushed it. I mean, he's one of the best players in the game for a reason. We could tell with his gameplay, and also got a great interview.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell the enthusiasm that he has, right? A lot of players will come into this, and especially with creator stuff, let's be honest, sometimes it's just I'll have a little bit of fun, but it's mostly just a paycheck. You could tell that a lot of these players actually enjoyed being there. Space's energy is very infectious. When we watched his gameplay, he was always in good spirits. He was talking, he was laughing, he was having a good time. I mean, obviously, we pulled his stats, like you said. He's bonkers how good he is at this game. Of course, you're going to be having fun when you're that good, right? Because you're never having a bad moment in game. But it's nice to see people embrace this game. I obviously am not a mobile gamer, but I am from Rainbow Six. And I like it when Rainbow Six succeeds. And I got to say, from my own experiences and now from watching this broadcast, it doesn't surprise me that Rainbow Six Mobile is succeeding the way it is.
No, I totally agree. He also echoed what you said, by the way. Every game feels different, which makes it so fresh every single time, which is very cool to see in mobile. It's like you've been around the block with Rainbow Six for a while.
Once or twice.
Folks, we've got one more giveaway for you. This is the most heads up you've had this entire broadcast, so get ready. Time to tap into these codes. 10 golden bullets going your way. Scan the QR code on your screen or redeem at the website down below that. Enter one of these 5 codes, you get 10 golden bullets. Enter 2 of these codes. If you get both of them, good grief, you might be the fastest fastest typer in the world, but they go quick. So make sure you type them in as fast as humanly possible. These golden bullets are so nice for getting all of your skins for your weapons in game and all the things that you want and desire after watching this amazing broadcast. Very fun, cool currency in our mobile titles. So go scan this QR code in order to redeem the codes. And frankly, they're probably already gone. So hopefully you got rewarded at some point today. And Intero, as we wrap up today's broadcast, I throw it back into your court for your final thoughts for the day. Can I just say, it was great having you in the booth, man.
It was a lot of fun, dude.
Absolutely crushed it as a teacher and also as a caster, of course, as expected.
Well, thank you very much. As much as I was unfamiliar with mobile gaming, I also wasn't very familiar with your work. So while I obviously have some closing thoughts, I just want to say it was tremendous working with you. Your hosting was great, and you were able to steer this ship very, very well, and it made my job a lot easier. I'm not used to being an expert in anything, let alone Rainbow Six or on this broadcast. I'm usually the host / play-by-play guy. So the job that I've been doing today is a little bit foreign to me, but you made it very easy. As for everything else, obviously I've been able to make every part of my life be what it is because of this game. Rainbow Six Siege is why I have what I have. I've been shoutcasting it, for almost a decade at this point. I love the game. It's one of my favorite games. And I genuinely speak from the heart when I talk about this stuff. Yes, obviously we're being paid to be here. And yes, obviously I get paid to talk about Rainbow Six all the time. But if I didn't like the game, I would find another job. And it really is quite that simple. I think it is an outstandingly good game. If you're here from the mobile audience and you have access to the game, either on console or on PC, give it a shot. It is a completely different beast if you are playing it on computer or on console. If you are watching from console or PC, give it a whirl on mobile because it feels different. Yes, it's a bit streamlined, but it is an entertaining game to watch. It is nice to play, and the game modes allow you to pop in and pop out without too much commitment. I hope that today, when you watched all of the content creators play it, you leave realizing that Ubisoft cares about this game. It cares about this franchise, not just mobile, but also Extraction, all other things Rainbow Six. The future is bright for our games spread across all platforms. And I hope that people enjoyed that and got that from our cast today.
I certainly think they did. Intero, you're the man. Thank you so much for joining us, and I am sure we will see you with Rainbow Six Mobile yet again very, very soon.
I hope so.
Cheers. That's the GOAT, Intero. He's also got socials, by the way. Go check out Intero. Absolutely crushed it today. I want to give you a couple final reminders before we close up the day. First and foremost, I got to remind you that all of our casters and our commentators, they've all got social medias for you to go follow. All of our creators have social medias that you need to go follow. They've been streaming all day today, but you really need to check out Rainbow Six Mobile. What are you doing if you haven't gotten your hands on the game yet? Scan the QR code on your screen right now. Go download the game for free on iOS or Android, Google Play Store. QR code will take you straight there, or just head to your favorite app store and go get the title right now. It is free 99. It's the best price out there. It's Intero's favorite word. It is free to play, so go get your hands on the game right this very second. It's only been out for about a week and a half, so it's a great time to learn the game before everybody gets super sweaty on mobile, folks. And make sure you drop a follow on all major socials for Rainbow Six Mobile as well. Now, folks, this is the worst part of the show where I got to close things out. It's just me and you. And so I give you one final reminder that we do have our very first champion of Rainbow Six Mobile. So I'm going to shout them all out. That's the Viper Strike team with Space, of course, that you heard from, Icy, Aerith, Choco Taco, and Winsanity, your very first champions of Rainbow Six Mobile. My final reminder for you is for you, the viewer. Thanks for tuning in. We couldn't do it without you. We'll see you soon for another Rainbow Six Mobile broadcast.
Explanation.
That was a great
They're outside the building, Coach.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Like,
Yeah.
Parker the Slayer is
anything about your character. Essentially, it is a one-shot headshot in Intero
himself.
Yo,
Gets
GG's.
another. The kills feel so satisfying. That's a logic bomb that just went off here in the post plant. So diffuser is down. And look at this. We're 50 seconds into the round, and basically everybody's dead. Still is incredible, and she has a secondary ability called an interrogation, and we're gonna see from the window will unfortunately eliminate Bella Fox. And Parker the Slayer will need to slip as they get ever closer to this Tellers and Archives bomb sites. You don't need to listening intently. And there you go.
predictable as it gets.
Oil Pit is brand new for mobile. It is not present in the clubhouse.
Out here and wait, and guess what? Our salmon comes swimming upstream yet again.
How did he live?
And that's GG's, guys. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching me. Thanks so much, Rainbow Six Mobile, for sponsoring this stream. You can download Rainbow Six Mobile on the first link description, okay? And see ya. GG's. Thank you.
Tablet in front of him looked like he was trying to order something at one of those restaurants where they don't have the other maps.